welcome to the Leetist podcast. I, once again, am sitting here with my friends about to play some games about games. Joining me, the Dr. Vink to my Sardo. No Mr. accent on the dough. Tim.
Hi.
And over on this side, Zebo the Clown, a.k.a. Ryan.
Is this Metalocalypse?
No.
That's Dr. Roxo.
You don't recall Sardo, no Mr. accent on the dough?
No, sourdough.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that like Hot Shots?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought Hot Shots.
Was that just one of the episodes?
I think a few of those. I think the Zebo the Clown was one, but Dr. Vink and Sardo, I think, made multiple appearances, if I remember correctly.
Tim trying desperately to readjust Sam's old position.
He's such a tiny...
Sam is a tiny guy.
He's a tiny guy.
By the way, Tim is back.
Oh, hey, everybody. Sam, for the record, Sam is small in stature, but he is fucking jacked, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with him.
We play games about games on the Leetist podcast. Trivia games, game show type games, debate wars, all sorts of games related to video games. You can send us your game ideas, TheLeetistPod@gmail.com, at TheLeetist on Twitter. We got some spooky themed stuff today. We're recording on Halloween. You're going to hear this 2 days after Halloween, but hey, it's Halloween for us right now, so we're getting in the mood.
So deal with it. Sunglasses. Hey, guys, I really missed you.
Hey.
It was fun listening to our podcast.
Isn't it great, like, sitting back and going, man, I wasn't on this. I have no idea what's going to happen.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I actually,
Awesome.
a little positive feedback from a listener. I enjoyed hearing y'all doing trivia.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so that's fun.
Nice.
You know, like knowing stuff that you didn't.
Yeah. Shared victories, all that.
Listen to you
good
guys.
stuff.
when I talk to people-
by Sam on
when I-
different
yeah.
categories and stuff like that.
When I talk to people about listening to our podcast and they talk about the trivia, they usually bring up, like, you know, they're shouting at it. It's like, how do you not know this or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's usually that. It's like, come
I'll
on.
bring every single one of those goddamn listeners on here and I'll challenge them face to face and then I'll say the exact
Man.
same thing back to them.
We have the classic stuff today as far as Are You Smarter Than Elite Gamer trivia. I have brought one today with some spooky themes.
And I brought back another game that is also spookily themed.
One of my favorite games Tim has brought again.
I'm excited and scared.
Yeah.
You may have heard it before. You know it. It might have a new name now, but I know it as Movie Game Smash.
Oh, yeah. Movie game smash.
It was a movie game. Can you do like a recording with like the Monster Mash? And it was a movie smash.
Depends on how much that costs.
Speaking of Monster Mash, that might come back later in my game, so hold on to that thought. But we kick off every show talking about the news, but we can't just talk about it because we need to play games as much as possible, damn it.
It's true.
So,
So long.
Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
The news game.
All right. Now my ears are bleeding.
Headphones and microphones have all been readjusted.
You just blasted that
Oh,
one.
yeah, this-
Between episodes and that
this
hurt.
fader got turned up really loud.
Oh,
there we go.
God. What? I can't hear anything.
Oh, guys, I've got some news. You know, as I was like perusing articles and everything, I was like banging out questions. I got like 5 or 6 of them down. I was like, this is going to be easy. I might even throw in a third, you know, like you guys face off on like a news thing.
Yeah.
And then I got to 6, hit a fucking wall. So there was some really interesting stuff that happened and then a whole bunch of stuff that didn't happen. So there's a couple of you know, some reachers in this one.
All right.
But we'll go ahead and get this started. Ryan, you want to be heads or tails?
Heads, man. I'm going to win.
I'm gonna make you say it first instead because I was listening to all episodes. I was listening to all episodes when I was up in on vacation, and I was reminded of when Ryan had to call it in the air, and they saw the coin.
Snails.
They said hail.
Yeah.
So now you're.
I wanted both.
You're always required.
I
to
want
call
it all,
before.
man. I want it all.
So did you say head or tails?
Head.
Heads.
Because
always heads.
there's never.
heads.
Yeah, of course
that,
it is.
That coin will never not be heads.
That is. Yeah, it is the heads coin.
All right.
All right, buddy. So here we go. You ready?
All right.
All right. Ubisoft is getting on the controversial bandwagon of integrating blank technology into gaming.
Social networking.
NFT?
Blockchain, crypto NFT.
Oh,
Just
wow.
announced that GTA San Andreas will be ported over to the blank.
Oculus Quest 2.
Correcto. Niantic, who brought us Pokemon Go, is adding a new Nintendo game to their AR roster, blank.
Pikmin.
That is correct. Some Far Cry 6 fans have posted screenshots from emails they received from Ubisoft shaming them for blank.
Not playing.
Not playing enough.
That makes me feel so sad. It's like a Carlos Esposito, the character in the
It's some
actual
quote. What was the quote?
I love how you get names for everything wrong. Carlos Esposito.
Wait, what is it?
It's Giancarlo Esposito.
Sure. Cesar Chavez, Cesar Romero.
So anyways, that was the news from Ubisoft.
No, I think that's so sad though. It's like, but like, would they just do that? Are they tracking like just people not being online and they're seeing them play Far Cry? Like, what is their like?
The article that I read about it was just pretty cynical. I think it was from Kotaku, which, by the way, I wanted to bring this up. I even put this at the top of this. Man, Kotaku throws a lot of random opinion jabs into their articles. That's pretty annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me, man?
It's kind of obnoxious.
Kotaku is nothing but opinion.
They like comment. They put like little like things in parentheses just to make sure that they express how they feel about something they're reporting.
Kotaku, do not take a Kotaku article as heart. Like they are all opinion in their articles.
So
I think,
rest assured.
Jason Schreier did some interesting stuff when he was there for a long time, but since he left, everything it's kind of a weird articles, man.
I rarely visit them for news.
Well, it's just so funny. Like some of the articles specifically are themed as opinion pieces, and other ones are like informational, but with like editorial. Parenthetical.
They always seem like they have to
articles.
be edgy. Like they were like, oh man, I'm going to also say this, and maybe that will get me on a Reddit thread somewhere where people go, oh my God, I can't believe this guy said this. And it's like,
I mean, they are
dumb.
the first result on video game news on Google.
Yeah,
so there must be
exactly.
a reason.
And I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get those, what did they say over there? I
most
can't believe
recently
they said
had that emulation thing.
That's right. Yeah.
What?
Super weird.
God, man,
So Far Cry 6, they're just game shaming people. They're play shaming people for.
I think people are still playing it though, right? I mean, like
not enough for them. You know what I mean?
Kenny, did you get that email?
I maybe
because you're the only guy who plays Far Cry.
Yeah, no, I stopped playing as well because I probably played
Giancarlo Esposito is going to be so sad.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito.
It might be in my spam folder.
So, I mean, apparently it was mostly targeted at people who only played like a couple hours of it.
Oh, okay.
The one in particular that they screenshot from was like 33 hours of gameplay, though. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
I probably played 15, 20.
It's kind of interesting. Why would they even target those people? It's like, thanks for giving us money, and you barely even touch the product.
So, I mean, is there, can you buy stuff in the game?
Sure.
Probably. I don't think I've looked at that too much. I paid the $15 for the Uplay subscription to play it. And I had a good time. It's worth $15 to play.
You know
for
what?
a
That's
month.
probably how they're tracking it. Then, if that's
Maybe.
okay,
Oh,
I was thinking like, what do they mean? Like, how are they figuring out if people are playing it or not? It's like probably a Uplay account.
Maybe not assuredly. Maybe that's just something. That
Maybe they saw a spike of people getting those subscriptions and then canceling them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people like will go for those free. Like, I did that with the
Origin has one.
EA had one with their Phoenix Rising or whatever it was called.
I think that's Ubisoft as well.
Or
Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Or
Yeah,
was
it
that
is.
was
Yeah.
Immortal Phoenix Rising? There was another
Same
EA
deal.
one, but I did the same thing. I signed up for the free trial, tried it out. Oh yeah, that's right, because Watchdog Legions came out around the same time. So I was like, oh, I'll kill two birds with one stone, try them both out, see what I like. Didn't like either of those, and I canceled that subscription pretty quickly.
The Pikmin thing was just kind of like an intro video. It didn't really show much about gameplay very much, just that you can
It's
go
a good
around.
choice for
gathering.
an AR game, actually.
I suppose. We'll have to
Yeah.
see what they do with it. What their plan is. I mean, Pikmin doesn't exactly have the fan reach that Pokemon did. So
Yeah.
I'm
we'll
not familiar
kinda
with
see
Pikmin or what kind of game it is. I just know the name very well. I've heard it a million times, but I don't really
it's
know.
pretty
the game.
fun. I mean, like you basically control a bunch of little creatures that you can kind of direct around and throw them into into challenges like puzzles and stuff like that, and you're basically trying to gather money around this planet to get to pay for your spaceship loan or some shit like that. And
You're collecting the spaceship parts is what I
or something
remember.
like that,
Unless
yeah.
that was only Pikmin 1.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
could've
quite sure.
changed.
Like,
They
keep crash landing on all these planets.
The appeal of it is that literally you start picking these. They're like plant men, tiny little plant men, women, I'm sure. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
And you pluck them out of the ground, they start following you, and like the more things
that's
they
right.
do,
Yeah,
they
okay.
start to like sprout flowers.
Yeah.
And then different color ones have different abilities. So like the blue ones are immune to water, the yellow ones are immune to electricity, the red ones are immune to fire, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And then some of them are beefier, so when you fling them at enemies, they deal more damage.
Exactly, and you can get up to like 200 of them at a time, and just have all these things following you around on the screen, which is appealing.
And you can command several different unit, like you can actually like shortcut ones.
So it's
stuff
like
that.
Cana Bridge of Spirits has those little things that follow you, collect them through, and they follow you around.
I haven't tried that
exactly.
game out yet.
It's a
but,
good game.
But there's another game series, Overlord series, that kind of is like the eviler, more adult teenager type side of Pikmin type games, which is pretty funny. You have little goblins that follow you around that have different abilities, and they do sinister things like attack people or, destroy buildings that people live in.
Yeah.
You are literally the devil, and they are your little
That
gremlins.
actually, like the side note, but like we were talking in a text thread about games where you play as the oppressor, and I thought Overlord for a second, but I don't know if that qualified for what we were really discussing.
Kinda. I guess, when I think about it, okay, think of your average Star Wars game, right? You're fighting for the Rebel Alliance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you are part of Wolfenstein. You are, a rebel. You are fighting against the oppressive Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The majority of games where if you're part of a greater thing, you're a good guy. You know what I mean? Or at least neutral, or at best neutral. But you're rarely ever like a grunt for the bad guys, which I understand is not a naturally appealing thing. Not everybody wants to be, evil, but you don't see that a lot in games otherwise.
You're right. No, I mean that was a
especially
good
now in
point.
AAA.
Yeah, that was a good point. There is a Lord of the Rings Golem game coming out where you play as Golem in that whole thing. So that's the. Am I not saying anything right ever?
I'm not an expert on Lord of the Rings, so who knows how to pronounce that.
Anyways,
But anyways, that was just something we've been talking about, and you guys got to get in on our brain droppings for that one. Cool. GTA San Andreas going to be ported over to the Oculus.
That'll be fun. I've had a lot of fun.
Why do you think San Andreas though over like Vice City or like any other of the Grand Theft Autos?
What other ones are coming out? Wasn't it the last one?
No.
San Andreas,
I
the latest
mean,
of the trilogy.
of
The trilogy on the earlier consoles, meaning
right. Sorry, what I meant was on VR. Why do you think they chose San Andreas instead of Vice City or Liberty City or
maybe it was because it was the later one and the tech was a little better and graphically.
Probably just looks better. Yeah, like
It
otherwise
was easier to res up. I don't know.
Going back and looking at this older, they look like shit. They look like dog shit.
Well, I think
they're really
San Andreas
poor looking.
still probably looks not that great. I mean,
It looks
I would say
less like dog shit than
Grand
the other
Theft
ones.
Auto 4 would look better, I
Agreed.
feel,
Yeah,
than
agreed.
that. Or even like, I'm surprised they didn't just go like, we have an add-on now for Grand Theft Auto 5 that makes you play in VR. Like, I mean, all you have to do is give VR tech for
That's a really good
first
question.
person.
I
Like,
don't
why
know.
San Andreas? Of all the games in the Grand
Kenny.
Theft Autos.
Maybe they're working on multiple ones for VR, and that's the first one they got done. Who knows?
Possibly.
We should also give a warning that if Tim is a little hoarse, he partied hardy last night for Halloween.
Yeah, we had some Halloween
That's a
shenanigans
little
going
Halloween.
yesterday. I don't want to go too deep into this because I'm not fully up on it, but it's actually something I'm in the process of learning about. But this blockchain integration into gaming is become pretty controversial. Some people are all for it. Some companies are okay with it. Other companies like Valve, for example, completely banned it on their platforms.
Yeah.
NFT gaming. Basically, in these games, you can earn rewards that are non-fungible tokens. And these things could be tradable. You could actually make money and actually create money, create tokens in games. And this is a new way to kind of get people to, get involved in blockchain technology. And there's a lot to it. There's a lot of upward potential for it. And I'm learning about it, not only because I'm curious, but also because I don't know. I might want to make some fucking money off
it's
of it.
interesting.
Do you want to, like, for the dumbs like me, like, do you want to explain a little bit about what blockchain actually
No,
is?
not really.
Okay.
No, but we can link some articles or something like that. you know.
Okay, because I'm super unfamiliar.
I'm not gonna act like I'm a pro. I mean, I don't know. I know a couple of buzzwords, but as far as like the deep dive into it, I couldn't. I'll just sound like a horse's ass trying to talk about it on our show.
It's an interesting concept, but I think it could spiral into something kind of crazy too and get a little scammy and weird.
It could. I mean, but then again, like we will know going in, what games have that sort of thing included in it, which ones don't, and it'll end up being their own community. The same.
How are they broadcasting if they have it or not? Are they putting it on the box?
Say, hey, I'm sure every article and their mother will be announcing that there's NFT technology.
So it's
going
to be a big
some of these
deal.
are basically known.
Yeah.
I think it's basically known. You know what I mean? Okay. It's not like they're hiding. It might be, but it's not like they're hiding that that you can earn tokens in games. That you can earn NFTs in games kind of thing. I don't think they'd really hide that because, just like any market, the more popular it is, the more activity you'll see with it. So I'd imagine we'll know very well what games do include something like that, which ones don't. I also think that this is not going to be a AAA problem. This is going to be a thing you specifically go looking for and try to play and try to get in on,
So the article was Ubisoft is not allowed.
They're allowing. Yeah, they're in.
Right, they're all in.
They've got a couple of games apparently under their development umbrella that will have blockchain.
Sounds like a perfect Watch Dogs thing to have, anyways. I mean, there you go. Yeah.
We'll see.
Everybody trust those guys up at Ubisoft.
Yeah, Ubisoft kind of won't get out of the news this week. All right, that's it for those ones. Now we can go on to Kenny.
Oh, good.
I got more questions.
I'm happy.
This was nice. I actually wrote down one of these questions while I was on vacation over the past week. And I was like trying to think of questions like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, I wrote this one down already. I had one done. So I'm going to try to do that proactively. I'm going to try to do that. Probably won't. Ready? Go. Plagued with online stutter, input lag, and broken mechanics, Blank has had a rough launch week.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, N64 on Switch.
Oh, right.
We heard your complaints and we're addressing them. No telling that what it'll eventually be replaced with, but the Oculus will no longer require a Blank
cable
Facebook profile.
Oh.
After 24 years, Blank is no longer banned in Germany.
Oh my God, I have no idea.
GoldenEye.
What the fuck?
Figured we could hash it out on the air. Returnal added a blank feature to the game.
Save state.
Save state.
Hey, you did it.
You got one.
You got one.
Ryan, you won
Yay.
the news game.
Amazing.
It's kind of interesting that, Returnal, going back to Returnal, we had talked about this a little bit about the save states, how those kind of function. My thought process, really, I would like to do a debate about save state versus an actual suspension state.
I think the
because those are two very different
sure
things.
Sure they are, but I think for specifically for Returnal, it's built in a way where you're unlocking basically save points by opening shortcuts. So I think it works fine for that game.
What does it mean? What is the suspend thing? That you can just minimize the game?
So the problem that they were having was, I'm playing Returnal. So, I don't know. I've never beaten it, but say I'm 3 hours in, I haven't died yet. I'm like, all right, I got to go. And I'm going to turn off my The only
option
PS5.
would be to pause it and put your PS5 to sleep.
Otherwise, you lose all your progress. All right, so they come in, they go, okay, we'll have a suspend point. So if you want to leave or you lose power, it will keep it at that point. It will load back in. That's different from a save point where I actively go, I want to save here.
This is not saying you can go back to that at any point and redo things.
Yes, it is. It's like we'll return there, but we'll delete that file after you return, and then we'll start a new one.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I mean, especially if sessions are going to require 3 to 4 hours to go through each run of it. I mean, it's absolutely logical. The ability to be able to pick up and put down a game as you want cannot be understated. There are players out there that I'm sorry, I'm banging the table in passion.
He's got the thumb and the fist in the.
There are players out there that this is really important to. That they want, they need to be able to pick up and put down a game whenever they want to.
Well, but it shouldn't be a feature. It should be just
a bug.
It should just be something that I get. Yeah, it's a feature rather, but it shouldn't be something that they're like, okay, this is a gameplay enhancer. It's like, no, this should just be part of the eclectic. This is how games work. No one can. I can't sit down and play a game for 4 hours straight and then be like, all right, well, I guess I don't care if I lose that progress or not. I don't know. I think Returnal, I'm surprised they don't just go okay, for those who really want it, we have a press start, save, and you can come back to that point whenever. So that way, if I die, I can just cut back to that. Because I don't want to deal with the difficulty of having to redo it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, I think I can understand, If they did that in that game, it would make a lot of it feel less rewarding, which is a Dark Souls thing.
You know what they should do?
But
Make it an option.
yeah, an
Make
option.
it, make
Yeah,
it,
a second
make it
option.
a mode.
A mode.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say.
A mode, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
call it
here's-
story mode or call it easy mode, whatever. Whatever
just be
you
sure to shame the people that are doing it.
That's fine.
There you go.
Shame
I'm on
me,
board with
man.
that completely.
But that would at least get me to play your damn game because I
That's
can't
not bad.
freaking do it.
I'm okay with that. I got no problem with that.
Eternal Game of the Year.
It really is. I mean, we were talking
Maybe
about how,
we'll.
the save features of a game are part of the development process. It is part of the decision making of how they want their game to flow, how they want players to play their game. They didn't add a save feature on this game on purpose to get you to play that game in the way that they presented it. The suspend feature is, a nice little thing, but in my opinion, has nothing to do with saving. It's a completely different mechanic.
Yeah.
It's 100% different.
You're basically saying, if your
This is just saying you can
if your
stop.
console fucks up or something, then at least you didn't lose that progress. That's not saving.
Yep.
That's a suspend.
Yeah, the actual saving in that game is when you beat a boss and you open up a shortcut to that. That's basically what these
But
save
you
points
still
in that
have
game
to
are.
go through each level, even if it's like, I just have to run to the door to get to the next spot.
Yeah.
This is what's annoying about that game. It's just like they force you to have to do these repetitive like kind of things where it's just like, what if I just want to go back to X point and then just play through that? Oh, I failed again. Go back to X point. Just allow that for me.
Sure.
Call it easy mode. I don't care, but I don't want to play this game anymore because they made it just infuriating.
Fair enough.
Through that.
Fair enough. I don't know what the fuck was going on with this GoldenEye thing. The only reason I kind of brought it up, I wasn't going to add it as one of the questions, but then like 3 different sites listed it because all 3 of them kind of also mentioned that it could mean that a GoldenEye thing is coming back, whether it's on the N64 Switch thing or I don't know if they're remaking it or something like that, because apparently in Germany specifically, games are reviewed after 25 years. When a game is banned, they review it after 25 years.
Interesting.
And
like
this
a
one was 24
retrospective.
years later, which means there was a push from some outside force to see if it could be unbanned. So interesting, kinda important, probably not.
I could see them in the era of remakes here.
Yeah.
Remaking GoldenEye.
I mean,
haven't they done
have
it?
done that.
They've done it and fixed the controls so they're not all wonky and
They
made graphics
did it on
better.
the Xbox, I think 360 or something like that. They did.
They did that one game that was a miserable failure.
They did the GoldenEye sequel, but then they also did redo that. And then they had people who actually did like.
They changed the game.
It was like it was in the online like a community that actually took the game and.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm saying, era of
brought it
remakes,
back.
they could very well be doing it again.
No
Who
one
knows?
cares about GoldenEye though. Like I don't know. That's the nostalgia's there, but go ahead and play that game again and tell me you're having fun.
Like, it's
seriously.
funny. It's funny because Donkey did a thing where he talked about GoldenEye at one point. That playing it in its original version is garbage. But just by being able to actually render everything that was supposed to be on the screen and adding keyboard and mouse capabilities, so you can actually aim in like the entire area of the screen rather than just left and right, dramatically improved the gameplay and actually made it fun and replayable.
Am I wrong, or was the controls in that game, the camera aiming, it was inverted, down is up, and up is down?
was it automatic?
And there was no way to change it, right?
I think
remembering
there
that wrong.
was a way to change it, but it was a down, up, down.
I thought that, for some reason in my memory, I thought there was no way to change it.
Are you
It was
guys
something just
inverted
had to get
players
used to.
or are you?
No.
Okay.
I don't invert.
Yeah, I mean,
Depends on the flight simulator games. I invert
it's so weird.
up and down.
What a good one that was inverted that I didn't realize until later on down the road after I kind of grew up was Mario Sunshine. That was inverted control scheme that you couldn't change.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind that
yeah.
I played it like
pissed me
that,
off.
and I was like. I played it as a kid, and I had thought nothing of it. I come back like it was like a couple of years ago.
When they did
I
the
did it.
3D or the
Well, no, not even before that. Like I was like, you know what? I'm feeling nostalgic. Let me bust out the GameCube and put the Mario Sunshine in. And I'm like, okay, let me change the controls because this is I can't change this. I cannot believe I played that entire game.
That's amazing.
I can't believe Nintendo still has.
I did not play that entire game, and that was part of the reason.
Oh, really?
Nintendo still has plenty of games that don't let you remap buttons. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, it's an interesting push. Like more games from different. It depends on the developer. 100% depends on the developer, and some games are insane with the amount of things they offer and customization of not just the controller but the whole fucking game. Now, like Last of Us 2, I think. Was berserk, like berserk,
shit,
pages upon pages of different things you can change.
I mean, I'm all
that
about give that
kind of thing.
give that versatility to people, especially a lot of times when they're a PC release, they will give you everything under the sun. If
Fucking
you,
PC, baby.
I mean, but like even to the point of like
PCMR,
like cap the frame rate. Do you want to do this? Do you like? There's so many fucking options on PC. It's so good, and consoles are starting to get that now. They're starting to get a lot more options.
Last of Us 2 had a great thing where you can ping like and show and highlight all the items in the area. So if you're like going for a completionist thing, trying to get everything, you don't have to be blindlessly running around.
Yeah, Metroid does that.
Loot stuff. Yeah.
It's an actual ability you get in Metroid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is for the secrets. You mean?
For everything in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it will show you.
There's the radar thing that you just got that you said.
Right, yeah,
I
just got the...
And also, if you go to the map, you see the flashing white.
Yeah.
That's
right, yeah.
Those are items that you missed.
It was actually...
You literally find everything in the game with those two things.
It's a lot less... like, if you can't find where to go, it's kind of on you to not understand
that shit
the map.
was necessary, man. They put it in Samus Returns, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it worked. It worked so goddamn well.
Man, maybe I gotta try that one out, because like after I beating Dread, I'm like I'm kind of still in the Metroid mode.
That's why I did Hollow Knight. That's why I went back to Hollow Knight. You guys brought that up while I was away, and it gave me the same feels. So if you're feeling twitchy, like your Twitch gaming is on point, try Hollow Knight again.
Yeah,
that's awesome,
I mean, it's totally
it's
fucking
collecting
works.
dust right now. I need.
It's so funny, guys. I read an article just like a day or two ago where somebody was saying, like, I think it was on Patient Gamers, the subreddit, which is one of my favorite subreddits for gaming. It's for people that wait to play games until they're cheaper and they're established.
That's a very
it's called
interesting.
Patient Gamers, and then they write
I
articles about how the games they played. And somebody brought up an article on basically they created one on Hollow Knight and talked about the Mantis Lord, specifically the Mantis Lord's fight. Do you remember this one?
I think so.
You fight one Mantis Lord. He's got the spear or whatever, and does a couple of different abilities. And after you beat the one, two of them come down from the background, and you have to fight both.
One
of
of those things,
and they do the same attacks, but now they're coming from both directions.
Right.
But the first one gets you prepped for the style, so you can go, okay, I kind of know the rhythm.
That fight is like litmus test, basically, for how you're doing in that game, and that one, basically helps you figure out what you're doing. I remember the first time I played that game, that was a struggle. You know what I mean? Like, it took me a little bit. But just like Bloodborne, I went back to this one. I died one time, and I came back, and then I beat it, like, on my second try, even though it took me like a dozen or 20 times the first time I did it.
Reminds me of the fight on the rooftop in Dark Souls with the gargoyles.
Oh, yeah, the second one comes down. Yeah.
God dang, man. That, okay. Yeah. I do like fights that make it challenging. Man, do I hate fights, though, when you're like winning on something and all of a sudden they're like, here's the next boss. It's like, what are you doing
Dark
to me?
Souls is good at that.
That's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
I kind of like that a lot, actually.
Oh, I know.
I love it when they throw in, like, okay, you thought that was challenging. Here's two of them. Doom Eternal did that with the fucking not Marauders.
Yeah.
The guys that have like invincibility on the top half, and then you have to like punch their bottom halves or whatever. You kill the one in that arena, and then it drops you down, and the other one you have to face two of them. I was like, fuck yeah, this is amazing.
I remember I beat that first part, right? And my heart's pounding. And all of a sudden I drop and I go, what? And then all of a sudden I see two of them and I literally start sweating.
I literally pooped.
See, the trick in Dark Souls is that you can summon Solaire, and he comes and helps you. And
well, where were you when I was there? What else? What else was
N64 on
in the news?
Switch. Bunch of problems there. I'm sure they're gonna fix it. Blah blah blah. Or maybe they won't.
I mean, no one.
That'll be the end of it.
There was so much hate on the price scheme, anyways. Like that $50 a year for that is just bogus on Nintendo's part.
Wait, this is bogus.
I
man.
wonder who they're targeting with N64.
Nostalgia.
I
mean, like people like ours. Our
I feel
generation.
like N64 generation is one that's not afraid to emulate.
Yeah.
And
N64 emulation is hard though. I haven't found a good, I mean, like for me, I've never been good at getting an emulator to run with a N64 game that didn't have issues while it's running in emulation.
Oh, okay.
I've been playing Ocarina of
That's
Time
me
lately. It
though.
was fun.
You know, I'm sure other people have.
You're the target market.
Speaking of,
Well, no, that exactly though, right? And it's obviously it's the legal way of doing it, but like, I still Nintendo. I don't understand this. Like, you had the Wii and the Wii U had your eShop that was perfectly fine. That had a bunch of N64, GameCube, like Game Boy Advance, all these games that you could just purchase and download. Why not just extend it to the Switch? What is going on over there that you don't want to do that?
Get it together, Nintendo.
My goodness,
This is bullshit.
So the Facebook profile thing, that was a big controversial thing that Facebook did.
I didn't know that was controversial.
I'm
and I
sorry.
forgot-
I'm sorry. What company?
Oculus and Facebook.
When
yeah.
they required you to have a Facebook profile and log into it in order to play Oculus. For the people that have had Oculus
You mean
for a
Meta?
while. Okay. Well, I mean, that was going to be part of the conversation. But yes, Meta. Absolutely. Facebook, they made that controversial decision. I say it's controversial because it was all over the fucking internet, that you had to have a Facebook profile in order to play. And they wanted your profile in Oculus to be connected to their social
Cool.
network. Blah, 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 blah. People don't want a Facebook profile, especially for the fact that Facebook requires verification of who you are in order to create a profile kind of thing. So like those things all added together, some people just want to put on a fucking headset and play a game.
How do they verify who you are to create a profile?
I mean, you
A phone
could
number
say you're whatever.
Don't know. There's
Like you could create
Yeah,
a
just say
fake-
you're Bob Cobb.
just
and
Bob
it's like
Cobb,
walking into
right?
any other game.
Like
yeah.
just whatever. I mean, I guess are they saying that because they were limiting the people that don't have a Facebook account to not being able to play the
accounts
Oculus?
could be suspended or not approved kind of thing because they are very obviously just like we're trying to create dummy accounts in order to play the Oculus. Like this is a thing that exists.
I think they were probably just going like, look, we just don't want to tie this with that. Like,
You heard
we-
the Facebook
look,
apologist here, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan.
they probably just don't want to. They did is like, all right, cool. Oculus 2 is its own thing. It's not Facebook oriented, whatever. Facebook works with it and Facebook does everything on it, but it's not Facebook.
Right. Well, I mean, your profile is integrated with it. So, for example, for me, this
I've
is
had no problem
Hold
with
on,
that.
I have had a problem with that because I did create a dummy profile, one that I could use for both me and Kathy, so that I could do this thing. And in order to get my refer a friend thing, I had to add somebody on this dummy profile in order to send them the invite link because it goes through Facebook Messenger to give them the link to get them to buy the Oculus. Okay, so
Okay.
there's integration, and it's a pain in the ass. It's
But you
like,
created a dummy account.
yeah. I
don't
I'm not
understand
saying
why.
I was treated unfairly.
Yeah, but-
I'm saying it's a pain in the ass.
I guess from my perspective, I don't see a problem in just going, cool, here's all right, connect to my Facebook profile.
Sure.
Like fucking Microsoft has a billion things connected through my Microsoft account. Like I don't understand why Facebook is any different than some of these other services.
I mean,
why does everyone's like so against Facebook? And I know that there's a lot of issues that happen through that, but there've been a lot of issues going through a lot of these companies for what you have for their personal information, all that information that's already out there anyways. What are we bitching about here? Like
I think there's a lot of reasons that are far beyond the scope of this podcast.
Yeah.
That people don't like Facebook.
Can we talk about
when you
blockchains?
add into privacy issues and stuff like that, and when
Yeah.
you talk about the evolution of media sharing and news and all this other stuff, there's a lot of bad blood towards Facebook. It just exists. So when you want to do something like game, think of past iterations of things that made you sign in order to play that game. That already leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Windows Live, fucking Uplay, anything that makes you Rockstar game bullshit. I hate that thing because I don't
yeah.
ever play online. I don't want to sign into shit when I get into this game. I just want to
Social
play.
club.
Yeah,
For-
the social
for
club.
a,
What the fuck? I don't want to do this.
for
I
a
just want to.
single player game that you're
Yes.
not even going to play online. It's like,
Exactly.
oh no, you got to sign in. It's
So,
like,
anyways,
what?
it's just like
Yeah.
that gets all tacked onto it, and that's why. And that's the beginning of people's complaints
Right.
about requiring that. So a lot of people did complain, and in this new Meta announcement, part of their press conference was them saying that they're releasing this requirement that you don't have to have a Facebook profile.
But I think it's also a way of them getting more customers.
Another thing.
That's the thing. Like at the end of the day, so that way they go, okay, we're just associating Facebook because Facebook is a giant target on it right now, and no one. It's like fucking don't say it out loud because people hate it. I still don't understand. I mean, I really don't get. Like, I get where people are coming from a lot of the hatred, but that's because of how the platform's being used.
Right.
And it is on the person themselves who sign up for Facebook. It's on them that they did this.
People that had a Facebook account for their Oculus when the Facebook servers went down a couple weeks ago or whatever weren't allowed to play their games. They couldn't play them all day.
That's bullshit.
That's part of all of this.
Well, no,
that's part of the complaints, though. Is what I'm saying.
I would say that's bullshit. Right. That's bullshit. I mean, the fact that they fucking abandoned the Oculus platform itself, and then was like, all right, Oculus Quest 2 is the only kind of platform that we're really supporting. Fucking bullshit. Like it's absolute bullshit. But I think that the argument of well, we don't want to sign into a Facebook profile. It's like, I don't understand. Like if they want people to be more integrated with their system, and their only way to do that is create a profile and be able to use the Oculus, then that's their prerogative. If you don't want to use it, then don't fucking get an Oculus Quest 2.
Yes, also, but Oculus is also the only one that's literally is the only option for cordless VR.
Oh, I mean, but if you think that that's not coming along with other companies, I was sorely mistaken.
The Oculus has been around for over 2 years now. When did the first Oculus come out?
Longer than that.
I mean, clearly the technology is not coming fast enough. Not for gamers.
Quest 2 was the wireless one, right? Or the Quest was.
I thought the Quest was the first wireless.
First Quest was wireless. I mean, but the technology is there. People,
Where is it? Show me it.
Here.
I would have probably been on that boat.
I
mean, but honestly, I probably would have been on that boat because that. I don't use Facebook anymore, and I use it for Gong in order to get word out of events and stuff like that. I use it begrudgingly to do that. I'd rather not. I would almost be okay with abandoning it and going straight to Meetup if Meetup had a little bit more social interaction on it. But the fact that I'm forced to use it is frustrating because I just want to play games. You know what I mean?
Donald Trump has a new platform just for you. Buddy.
Oh my God! Well, we're gonna post that information. I don't know.
I would love if Trump had its own VR. Like you had to sign up for a Trump
it's just
VR
a picture
thing.
of him when you turn it on.
It's actually not a VR machine. It's one of those machines that you put in front of you and you click and it goes to the next picture. It's the place.
Oh God! Thing. There was I don't know, a couple other news things that I didn't feel like turning into questions, but are pretty interesting. Roblox has been offline for 3 days now.
Really?
Yeah, you can't.
I feel like I would have heard that.
Can't log into any Roblox stuff now. Kotaku said
big.
60 hours as of a couple hours ago. They've been completely down. You can't play any Roblox games, which is crazy. And then this one isn't really gaming related, but I thought it was really funny. The Evil Dead Rise movie that's coming out completed filming, and they used 6,500 liters of fake blood for the movie, and so I'm really excited.
That's awesome.
That's a random headline.
It was really funny. It was on one of the mixed media websites. It cracked me up. They used so much fake blood for this movie.
That's awesome. I didn't know they were doing another Evil Dead. That's fucking rad. I hope it takes place. I hope they canonically do it with Army of Darkness and I'd say it happens after.
I hope they don't do the restart of the franchise.
Did you ever watch the show? It was really good. Ash versus the Evil Dead. Yeah,
it's really funny.
Yeah. I wonder if it will just tie that in too or something.
Possibly. Kenny?
Yeah.
What do you got? What you been thinking about over there? Me and Ryan have been talking a lot.
What am I thinking about? I was thinking about how it's bullshit that I have to, if I want to play Beat Saber wirelessly without that Oculus Link thing, which is all because it relies on your Wi-Fi. Yeah. If I just want it on my new Quest 2, I have to rebuy the fucking game, even though I bought it on Oculus Rift, which is bullshit.
No, I mean, again, I will agree. That is bullshit. There's probably some way you can do that, and it's probably secret, hidden little, you have to go through 50 billion.
Because I can play it wirelessly by turning on experimental features and turning on Oculus Link, which links to my computer wirelessly over my Wi-Fi. But in a game like Beat Saber, where everything is has to be perfect hit, it's
you don't want to have
a little bit
latency.
laggy and it fucks it up. So it just that's what I was thinking.
It's
about.
So funny because when that sort of thing happened, when I got the Quest, I had a Rift back in the day, or I still do. It's upstairs, but all the games that I bought on Rift, I just figured, Well, I mean, it's the same exact fucking
It's
OS.
called
It's the same
Oculus.
platform.
Yeah.
So that should be fine. Turns out Oculus is kind of like Nintendo. And then Rift is like Super Nintendo. And Quest is like Nintendo 64. So they're not compatible with one another.
But at a certain
But some of them are.
at a certain point, it's
So
just
maybe
kind
it's
of
more
like,
like Wii.
just buy them on Steam, I guess, at this point, and
Yeah,
just
I don't
like do
know.
the
It sucks.
streaming, because like that way you know that you can do any
Buy
platform.
more.
But I
Buy more.
digress, and I will talk about what I've been playing as we move into that.
Please,
with
yeah.
a segue.
You said you got a lot.
Yeah,
that you've,
I have lots of
jumped into.
stuff. I've been playing, as I've said before, still playing Dread because it's probably my second favorite
Hey,
game
man.
this year.
Hell
I
yeah.
have a bunch of other stuff to play, so I'm kind of playing it in spurts and enjoying the hell out of it.
It's no Returnal, but it'll do.
Correct. It's right under Returnal.
I listened to the
but,
show.
Yeah.
He knows what's going down.
Other game that I've talked about being very excited about is Darkest Dungeon 2 Early Access.
Oh, yeah.
I played the fuck out of that.
So what do
Is
you
it,
think?
is it a full-fledged? Do they give you the full game?
No, they
Is
don't.
Is it Act 1 again?
It is Act 1.
Oh my god!
So he's put 40 hours in so far, and they're going to release a new class here in about a month. And
There
I'll
you
put
go.
another
That's what's
68 hours
happening.
into it.
Yeah. I wasn't as annoyed with Baldur's Gate because it's very, very meaty. With this, I really wish I had the full fucking game. But anyway, they've changed a lot in this game. It's no longer like a dungeon crawler, and it's more like a roguelite.
Okay.
It's got a paths you choose, like Slay the Spire, and instead, like in the original Darkest Dungeon, you had a roster of your classes, and you could have multiple of one class. Like one's called the Highwayman. You could have 3 Highwaymen on your roster with different like perks and stuff, and 2 Hellions or 2 Man-at-Arms. Now you can only have one of each character, and you just pick them at the beginning. And they have a certain random perks and stuff. You go out. If one dies while you're out, you can make it to the next inn, and it'll replace that person with someone that died, which is
That wasn't part of the. It's been a while,
yeah,
so
which
if
is
they die in
probably
the original,
one of the only things that it makes it easier than the last game because everything else is a lot harder.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's still got the torch. You got to keep the torch up the whole time.
Yeah,
you're
that's
going.
a fun mechanic, though. I really like that idea.
The lower it gets, the harder the enemies
Just
get.
buy a
the more
bunch of
buttons get.
torches.
But there's another system with relationships where your people get mad at each other or happy with each other, and
do they?
Darkest Dungeon dating sim.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, does their mood change depending on like what if they're like in a panic mode or something?
Yeah,
their relationship would actually affect
that, or if you're like healing someone a lot, they're happy with you. Or so I think some of it has to be tweaked because there's random shit like, okay, my frontline person crit this guy, and then my plague doctor in the back gets mad because that was supposed to be my kill, and then you get a point towards bad relationships. Like that is stupid.
That's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's about right for how those games. Like,
Well,
if I was playing D&D and
is there
someone
like
took my kill,
Is there like a pre-established rivalry
No
thing in it? Because
not
maybe
really.
that would make it a little more
like,
sense.
I mean, is there like, maybe there's a specific like does not like when people take kills or something like.
That might be because I don't spend a lot of time looking at the negative and positive.
But that could be
perks.
interesting.
Yeah.
That could make a difference here
Yeah.
because I'd probably be okay with that being a mechanic specifically.
Oh, yeah.
If it does say plague doctor wants the final blow.
Right, because then it makes you play the characters differently than how you may
That
play
is a
them.
good point. I should spend more time
Oh,
looking
boy.
at the positive and negative quirks
Ew.
because then when you get to a hospital, you can purge those quirks if you want, or keep. You know what I mean? But
Sometimes you
it
got to purge
costs.
those quirks.
It costs though currency, obviously, and
I usually drink to purge my quirks.
Band name.
Purge the quirks.
in the first Darkest Dungeon, you had a bunch of abilities and you had to pay for them and unlock them. In this one, and the route you go, you see a place called Hero Shrine. And when you get to the Hero Shrine, you get to pick one of your 4 characters to unlock a new ability.
Okay.
But not only are you unlocking a new ability, you play through a little story mode thing for just that character that gives you background into their story, like and you play this little battle that has to do with their story. Like it was the highwayman robbing a stagecoach with some enemies, and at the end you beat it and you get the new ability, which is super cool. And it's a lot more goes into actual characters in Darkest Dungeon. So.
Why does that kind of just remind me of Fractured But Whole? Every time you get a new class or ability in that one, Cartman would take you on that storyline about the burglars in your house.
Yeah, I just like that.
What happens in a flashback like that if you lose?
You don't get the ability.
Ooh.
And you got to find another hero shrine.
That's mean, and I bet Ryan
It
would
is.
love that.
Oh my goodness.
I've lost 2 of them with the highwayman.
But you don't
I got
die.
very mad at
if
it.
you die in your flashback, do you die in real
No,
life?
no, you don't.
And you can't save.
And on top of the torch, there's a stress mechanic where you get too stressed, and if you get all the way stressed, you lose like almost all your health. The game is very
There's a depression
punishing.
mechanic, and if you get really upset, you'll find your character has hung himself in the morning.
Oh my God, man. I mean, half the time in that game is like, well, your torch went out, so now you're like, you hate life.
Jesus Christ.
It's like-
In addition to bleed and blight, which is poison, they've added flame damage over time stuff. So I could talk about this for a long time, but it's great.
Sure.
I'm having a good time. It's tough, but it's fun.
Okay.
And I hope they release more of it soon. I've played about 5 to 7 hours of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh.
Yes.
How is it? I heard good things.
I like it a lot. It's a lot more. You know what? I am enjoying the story way more than I thought I would for a
That's good.
Marvel game, a video game in general. Usually, the comedy is actually
Charming,
pretty
yeah.
good and charming and fun, and the banter between all of them is there's a lot of it. It's plentiful and it's good. The combat is kind of what you've seen. You know, you order them to do stuff, they get cool abilities. I haven't got that deep into it, kind of, but yeah, it's fun. I have to play more of it before giving a final verdict, I guess, because I've seen the basics so far, and I'm really enjoying it.
Neat. I'm excited to hear more about it because that'll be something I get eventually. Did you get a hard copy of it or digital?
Digital.
That was
Yeah,
your first
Steam.
mistake because I would have split the cost with you.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Last thing I'll talk about, last night, I went on the Game Pass
Oh, I'm so
and
so
started Age of
excited.
Empires
Get the
4.
fuck out of here.
Yes, I did.
Oh, look at you go.
Yeah, look at
wow,
me.
venturing into a new genre.
Oh,
Yep,
boy.
yep.
I'm excited for you.
Welcome. It's horrible. No,
horrible?
it's not. No, it's not a bad game.
I haven't played any of it yet, so.
And I'll talk about this on my part because I've been playing Age of Empires 4 too. But
Okay.
it makes me.
So I got through
realize
this-
Age of Empires 4 or 2?
4-2.
I've been playing Age of
It's
Empires.
been playing Age of Empires 2 for.
I've been playing Age of Empires 42 for 4 years.
I got through the whole tutorial thing that teaches you all the stuff, and then I went until it said campaign. I was like, "What's that?" You go to campaign. And it's basically
Oh,
just
no.
like historical battles, and I was like, "That's not what I want."
Super weird. It's live action. Like they filmed on like here's where
They give
the
you a little
battle
history
of-
lesson, yeah.
The
and-
battle of like I forget which one it is. It's like one of the main English battles, and they're showing actually. It's like a documentary. I mean, it's actual video footage, and they put like virtual stuff that would happen on that field and stuff like that.
But I don't- yeah.
But then they get you into the first part, and they're like, "All right, and this is what he did to win this battle," and it's not like you're. It's
The archers charged up the hill
Yes,
and
it's
shot
not-
down. And then
They
you-
did that in
yeah.
the very first mission of Age of Empires 3, and it was to explain to you mechanics of the game.
Well, no, this is not that. That's a different thing. This is like little portions like that
The vignettes,
that are history
yeah.
things that you play. A few of them, I think. But I don't know. Anyway,
Well, yeah, I mean, like the narrator would say, like we're going to need to get archers up on that hill if we're going to defend this thing properly. And then
no,
you-
but this one
you
is
know.
is literally. I don't think you can lose because it forces you to like enact what happened during that
Okay.
battle by you actually doing it.
you're talking about the tutorial. This is actual.
This is
historically
campaign.
accurate stories in a campaign that is.
I'm not talking about anything that I know about because I'm just making assumptions
anyway,
based on what you told me.
The game that I assume everybody plays is the
Both looked
skirmish.
at me like, you're talking about the wrong fucking thing here, Tim. Like,
Hey,
yeah,
shut
you're-
up, Tim.
You're probably right.
But you said you remembered from 2. It was
From
like
three. From three. Yeah.
So I assume the one that everyone plays is skirmish, like the regular thing. Where
Yeah,
you
that's
go
what
and
I
you start
played.
from scratch.
Okay.
So I did one of those where I started building everything up, started trying to build the army, got
then-
some food, and I got fucked immediately.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that's all I've done
what
so
mode
far.
are you playing it on?
Difficulty?
Veteran.
Yeah, veteran.
Second one,
Easy.
not easy, but the next one up, whatever that is. But I like
Normal.
it, and I think I'll try it again and see if I get farther. Obviously, I need to build my troops faster than I did because I got fucked.
Yeah, it's about. So, Age of Empires is a game where managing how you do stuff is fucking important, and multitasking is. I mean, it's an RTS, so multitasking is very important.
Yeah.
I'm not good at. I've realized now. I think I'm just not good at multitasking.
Yeah.
Are you not good at multitasking or you're not good at multitasking in that game?
I'm not good at multitasking. Period. Like, because I thought about it, I was like, Was I ever really good at Civilization, or did I just play that game and just go like, well, I'm enjoying it,
But
but
that's like
I
one
can't.
thing at a time.
Yeah,
It's
it is
not,
one thing
that's
at a
not
time.
live.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, that's a bad analysis because analogy because Civilization is not an RTS. It's
about Warcraft.
Nor is it a
StarCraft.
third person.
Warcraft, yeah, I was bad at that too.
Yeah.
I would be like, I know what I need to do. I need these guys to chop down lumber. But then, if you ever have a period in RTS where you're sitting there not doing anything, you're playing it wrong. You should always have stuff queued up, always have things happening. Like like if you are not clicking something, you are playing the game wrong. And there's large periods of time where I'm playing these games where I'm like, well, I'm out of resources and I have things coming in and there's nothing for me to click. It's like, no. At this point, you should be moving the scout over here and then doing this over here. Because if I move my camera away from my village, I forget about it for too long. And then I have all the resources, but I haven't gone back to do any more.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I'm focused over here. And then all of a sudden because the computer's like, well, I can multitask.
By the way, if you rebind any keys in Age of Empires 4, you have to restart the game before they work. Thank you. I'm Kenny. That was my games I'm playing.
That's interesting. I didn't try to rebind them.
Because the WASD is not to move the camera around you. It's either the mouse itself or the arrow keys. And I was like, I don't like that. I need
we can't
WASD
have that.
Yeah. So what have you been playing?
So Age of Empires 4, like we kind of discussed, I've been playing a little bit of that. It is fun. Again, it just requires me to get more in tune with the multitasking elements, but they do a lot of what Age of Empires 2 had and expanded upon it. And it kind of left a little bit of what AoE 3, which I really kind of liked how the gathering happened in AoE 3. I wish they would have just kept that. But in AoE 3,
like making farms and hunting. And shit
so
like
in
that.
AoE 3, if you went to chop down trees or hunt or whatever, the food automatically got put into your supply or the
did?
trees. Yeah, in AoE 3 it did. In AoE 2, you would have to bring it back to your town. Like every time they chop down trees or whatever, they would go down to the town. AoE 4 is the same way.
Okay.
You have to, when you're chopping down stuff, they finish and then they move it over to your town square. Or if you build the mill or the lumber yard or stuff like that, they would do that. In AoE 3, I think you just built the mill or the lumber yard and it just made the production faster.
For you to be bad at these games of multitasking, you sure played a lot of them.
Doesn't mean I don't try. All right.
Man.
But yeah, no. So it is a very small scale AoE game because I think there's only 6 different countries you can play, like different factions you can
play
as.
different factions.
Like the
English, the French,
the
the-
French.
cool.
Yeah. There's only, I think it's like 6. It's a very small
or seven,
amount. It's
yeah.
like 6 or 7.
Don't imagine me playing this version of the game.
Oh,
I imagine me playing the campaign. Like,
I hope the campaign works out for you better. I mean,
it sounds to me like you guys are giving me your description of like, like
But in
custom.
the campaign, all you're doing is battle. Well, from what I've seen so far, you're not building up
Well,
a farm,
all right,
a
but
homestead,
Kenny,
and buildings and things. And,
like, I mean, did you complete that first thing in the campaign?
yeah,
The
but I
first-
didn't go on to the second one.
See, that's the thing. It probably is a tutorial thing, like Tim is saying, and the second thing will actually be like more like you.
I don't know.
The second thing will probably be more of a here's how we teach you how to do hunting and gathering and doing that.
Oh, yeah, I
and
didn't
then
get to
here's the
that.
third thing, but they're not calling it a tutorial. It is campaign
Yeah.
chapter
That's what
1.
all RTS games do in campaigns.
Right,
They
right,
give
right.
you the mechanics
That's why I'm
one
saying
at
you're
a time.
probably right. You're probably right. But we stopped because I stopped because I'm
You
like,
know what? I don't play fucking skirmishes in those old RTS games like StarCraft and Warcraft because the fucking computer is so much goddamn better at shit than I am. They can multitask.
Well,
they literally
yeah.
can do it without looking at the
yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
And so that makes it more difficult. I don't do those.
Yeah. You
so
like you like to do the
I do the campaign
over-
stuff, and then
yeah.
I'll do like custom weird shit that like the developers or modders have thrown into it or something like that.
Well, the
as far as like the
tutorial-
straight up
yeah.
like you versus a computer on set difficulty, fuck that. That sounds awful. Like, of course a computer's gonna be better at it, and I just gotta figure out like how to be better at the computer depending on the difficulty. That sounds terrible and really boring, and I don't want to do that.
For me, it's more of a like it trains me to understand. Like when I play against a computer, like okay, like what is the best method to go down? Like, do I want to get wood, food, rocks, and gold all at the same time, or should I focus on these because this will get me more armies first and then do this? So by playing against the computer, I'm just learning what's the most effective way of doing it, and efficient way of doing it, and then I go, cool. I can optimize.
I also feel that like games like that tend to introduce not just mechanics, but like upgrades and types of like units and things like that you have no fucking clue what their purpose is. When it comes to campaigns and RTS games, generally they introduce these things to counter specific things that the game will throw at you so you can understand what their purpose is or why they exist.
Well, right when you turn on the game, it throws you right into this is the tutorial beginning thing, and I did that for like an hour and a half, and it was over. And I figured, okay, that's that, and it's done. But I guess you're probably right that the campaign has even more, because I never got into hunting or ships, you know what I mean, or anything like that. So maybe
I bet there's more. I think it might be worth it. I'm gonna check it out before next episode too. So. The plan has been to do that, but I just haven't been at a computer.
Yeah, I think if you go through the campaign, I'm sure we're wrong in that it probably goes more like, okay, now the training wheels are off. You know, let him have his.
But you do play against computers in Civ, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because you were just saying how you wouldn't want to do that. But again,
Civ is not really an RTS.
Well, yeah, I mean the Civ games, the
like
computers can't
game.
do anything any faster than I can.
Civ is more like a board game. It's like, you know, you move your pieces and then the next player goes.
Not a third person game.
No, that's definitely a different. That's
not a third person.
That's different. Turn based and real time are night and day. They're completely different types of games with completely different types of strategies.
I think I do like real time more than not real time, turn based rather than real time. I think it just allows me to feel more prepped. I feel like it's like in like Final Fantasy when you have your active time bar, like, and I'm like, oh god, it's filling, and the enemies are attacking me at the same time, and I'm like, I need to do this, and I need to select this before he hits me again. When you turn it on, where the enemies can attack you in between your like while you're waiting,
active versus wait,
active, right? Yeah. So like, I always do wait because I don't like active.
I don't. Active's fun.
Really?
Yeah, Chrono Trigger had an option for it. You could choose between active away at the start of the game. I always like doing active. Yeah. That's just me personally. You should try Shadow Tactics or Desperados. Those games.
I played Desperados 3. Yeah, I think it's called.
They're like both. They're both like pausable, where you can make plans, and they're able to just be actively played. So you kind of determine the pacing of the game. But then the challenges that they give you in that game is to like time trials, you know, like accomplish this goal in a minute and a half, for example. And you can't do that by pausing the game over and over and over. Cause I mean, it's a timer that goes with your gameplay, not with, you know, just when you're playing, that's when it, you know, like not paused. And it's kind of fun because you get to take your time learning the mechanics, and then it's more fun to go through again to be like, I know how to do this on a whim now. I know the shortcuts for it now because I learned it while I was doing it on pause.
Right. Yeah,
it's actually pretty fun.
When you get to the point where you're like, I know all the shortcuts, I can do this and get through that and stuff like that. I mean, like, it makes the game far more accessible.
Yeah.
But like when you're still struggling with that, and then you're like so when it is a real time and you're just oh my god, there are enemies coming at me and there's nothing I could do because I didn't prep any guys, and I'm screwed.
What am I supposed to do? Shoot the ceiling?
Yeah,
Nobody told me that.
Oh my god.
Shout out, Jeff. You're the man.
All right. So besides AoE 4, been playing Resident Evil 4 on VR, which has been a lot of fun.
I played a bit of that too. It's awesome.
God, man, I did not. It's amazing how they can take a game like that and be like, all right, we'll put it in VR and see how it works. It works so fucking well. It is so good. I love the idea that you look down and you can see your vest. It has your knife there, your grenades, your health trace, and you just pick it off your vest and stuff like that. I mean, like, the interactive ability of it is so good. You know, it's still Resident Evil 4, which is still such a fun game to play. So, I mean, this is like my third foray into it. But I've enjoyed. I mean, like, I think VR adds a really great element into that series. So I really hope they decide, you know, maybe we should do some more VR Resident Evil games or what have you.
I never played 7 in VR, and I wish I did. I didn't have PlayStation VR. I wish they would have made that available on Steam or whatever. I don't know why they didn't.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of Half-Life Alyx, though. I mean, it's got a lot of the functionality of Half-Life Alyx. I mean, you have to load your gun. Like, if you take the gun from your side holster,
put the clip
and then
in.
You have to take the ammo out and then put the clip in and then cock the gun. It's like, this is awesome.
It's fun seeing some of the multiplayer games out there with like gun mechanics and everything, with like the reloading mechanics, because you can like run up to a dude, like an enemy or an ally, and unclip their gun and pull the clip out and like put it into your own gun. These are all like interactable things. Some of the games that are out there.
Other than that, so I've been really entranced with Hat in Time.
Yeah.
Tim had a recommendation for this a while ago and talked about it. And Tim, this is going to be a little controversial for you. I I'm still going through the game. I think I like it better than Mario Odyssey.
Fucking get it.
I think I do.
Goddamn good game. I'm not surprised.
It does the themes so well in that game, and the puzzle and platform elements of it are so just chef kiss. Like, every time I go into a new thing or right now I'm in the world where there are different mountains and stuff. It's an open world one where every time you get one of the hourglass things, it doesn't take you out of it. You're just going to the next one, going to the next one. And you you use your umbrella and you hook on these like little pole, like these, poles.
Like Death Stranding, going from mountainside.
Yeah, it goes from mountain to mountain.
Zipline.
And it is just so fucking enjoyable. I love that game so much.
I thought they did a really good job with each level feeling different, not only because the level design is different, but the way you have to play them is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The mechanics change just a little bit.
And
not as much to make it a different game completely, but enough that you're
enough.
Oh,
and that's kind of why it's putting it a little bit over edge for me than Mario Odyssey, because really that gameplay style mechanic where things kind of shift and it gives you a different sense. Yes, it's still a platforming game, but here's the new wrench in it, or here's something kind of unique to it.
I'm gonna have to play that game.
And it's a beautiful world. It's delightful. I mean, like that's the best way to put it.
It's delightful.
It feels it's like comfort food for me when I'm playing it. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I just got this hat that can do this, and now I have this new ability and stuff like that. I mean, like it's absolutely just. I cannot recommend it enough. Cool. I think it's I'm
happy to hear that.
Nailed
that
one with
that
recommendation.
Have you heard of a game called Inscription by Devolver?
No,
I have.
Have you
heard
seen
of it? No.
Oh.
It's been on every horror game sale list though, and it was like pasted across 6 different articles.
So I heard Alana Pierce say that it's like one of her games of the year right now.
Really?
That it's amazing, and I looked. It looks pretty cool. It looks like it starts as maybe like a puzzle roomy game with cards. She's a streamer, influencer.
We know her.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. I'm gonna probably check it out. And it's been getting a lot of praise. It looks like there's a bunch of little mini games. It almost looks like a VR game, but I don't think it is. Like I saw parts where you have like a deck of cards with weird little animations happening on them and creepy shit in the room, and another part where it looks like you're on a board game moving pieces around, and then like old TVs with stuff going on them, and just the aesthetic is really creepy and unique looking, and like different mini games. Like all of a sudden you're in like an 8-bit thing doing something, and it looks like it moves around to a bunch of different escape room puzzly sort of things that are mixed together in a unique way. And they say it's not quite what it seems at the beginning, and the more you play it, it becomes really unique and different. So I'm going to try it out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Tim.
So you guys are like, the phrase best laid plans.
Yep.
So I took, I convinced some suckers to buy an Oculus, and it got me $60 in Oculus cash. And I was like, okay, great. I'll use this Oculus cash when I'm vacationing up in Canada, and it'll be great. And I'll play some games on my Oculus, and that's what I'll talk about on the podcast when I get back.
Nice.
Because you know me, I don't like to spend money on things.
Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah. So I get up there, and I've connected now to my the internet up there, and I go to the Oculus store, and it's automatically converted the prices of everything to Canadian.
You mean Canada?
Canada. And I said, okay, well, that's cool. Whatever. They'll probably just convert it. And I went and looked through some games and picked one. I was like, okay, this is what I'll buy. And then I went to go pay for it. And they said, you can't use your credit because your credit is in American dollars. And this is Canadian prices. So sorry, Jack, you have to pay full price for them.
What's this all about?
I said, fuck that. That's annoying.
Yeah.
And then I caved and bought a game anyways.
Yeah.
I bought I always get the title of this game confused with "Sir, you are being hunted."
Oh, it's I would like you to die.
I expect you to die.
Yeah.
I expect you to die too.
Is that that's the you're playing as the evil scientist dude, or
no? I expect you to die as you're playing as a. Sorry, it's not that one. You are playing as a spy.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
you're not. Oh, I thought that was
Against
the one
an
where.
evil
Okay,
doctor.
yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
evil doctor. Yeah.
There's
Dr.
evil,
Wiley.
yeah, like
It was
Dr.
like-
Zorg.
it's basically a ripoff of the No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
There's definitely Bondy. So all those levels in this game. Have either you guys played?
I've seen like video.
I Expect You to Die. It's like a fun stand in one place game. You literally can just sit and play, which is nice. I could just kind of sit in their living room and play this game, and you interact with the environment that you're shoved into, and you can interact with the things that you want to with your grip all around you, but you can also use the trigger to telekinetically bring things closer to you or push things further away from you. So the puzzles in the game have to do with manipulating that. You've got to like kind of move things around the environment in order to solve the mystery of each of the levels that they're on. It's really tough to kind of go into details about them. They're very, story driven, but the puzzles are clever. The narrative is fun. They try to keep it funny, and the sequel of it, a lot of it is voiced. There's one major voice actor in that. Will Wheaton is in this one too. So you get to hear Will Wheaton's voice, which is always fun.
Stand By Me fame.
That's right. The other game, so that was fun. I'm going to keep playing it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'll probably won't tell you any more about it because you just got to play it. It's just a fun
Did
VR.
you play the first one? Or
Yeah, I played through the whole first one. The one thing I do like about those games is that while they are challenging and everything, you kind of have to learn as you almost like Metroid Dread. You have to make mistakes, learn from them, die, and then go back and not make the same mistake.
Yes.
But each of the levels have time challenges on them so that you can get a special reward for finishing it in under a certain time limit. And so the first time you play through a level, it'll take you 20 minutes, 30 minutes or more to get through it, probably more, like an hour sometimes to try to figure out all the puzzles. And then you'll find out at the end of finishing it, they're like, try to beat the time trial of a minute and a half. You're like, what the fuck? You literally have to like dance with the remotes kind of thing, like reaching and grabbing all over the place and like knowing exactly the combination for that thing to pull that thing out and to place it into that thing over there and to like get all the things.
Is
And
it
it's actually
basically
kind of fun.
an escape room?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's an escape room.
sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I like the puzzle aspect. It always harkens back to oh my gosh, Kenny's microphone attacked him.
Yeah. It's that
It
magnetic
harkens back
personality
to
of his.
how do we not have a Portal VR game? Like,
Oh, yeah, that'd be
like
fun.
it
That
just
would be
makes
fun.
me
That
think
would make
that
me
way.
sick
It's
as
like,
fuck.
yeah.
Look how Will Wheaton's credits are Stand By Me and being a nerd.
Pretty much, yeah. To Will Wheaton's credit, he's done a lot of really cool shit.
I will say he was enjoyable because I listened to the audiobook of Ready Player One, which he
did
he
Ready Player One, which I
he
listened to. I also enjoyed too.
is fantastic.
He was for a while with Acquisitions Incorporated, the PAX D&D campaign.
And
which
he
was
had a
really
board
entertaining.
game show on
And he had
YouTube
a board
that was
game
really
Oh
show
man!
called
Well, I
Tabletop.
have to give him all the credit for that because
for sure.
we don't really talk too much about board gaming, but both Tim and me, Kenny,
On
you're
occasion,
a
yeah.
little
Yeah,
bit.
sometimes.
We're board game aficionados
Yeah.
essentially. So his tabletop series, which
incredibly
was
influential.
so good, really got me into the hobby.
Nice.
Oh, for sure.
Really got
Yeah,
me into the hobby.
It got a lot of people into
Yeah,
the
I watched
hobby,
him
you know
play
what I mean?
Smash Up and what's the haunted house? one?
Betrayal.
Betrayal,
So
yeah.
funny that you bring
Yeah.
that up. I went up because I was visiting. Okay, a spoiler. Well, it's not spoiler. This is stupid. I was visiting my brother-in-law and my nephews. and his wife.
it.
And they had some board games up there, but it was like Munchkin and Pandemic,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah.
games that I played a million times. And I was like, well, I should get them a new game, because one of them's 11 years old.
Yeah.
And so we went out to a local store. I ended up buying a copy of Betrayal
Nice.
for the family. And me and him and his mom and dad played several games of
It is
Betrayal.
enjoyable.
Because
It
it's
is
just such a
enjoyable.
fun
Yeah.
role
Yeah,
playing
it's really
game
fun.
to play.
Spoilers over.
The other thing, yeah.
Thank you for spoiling that.
Shut up. All right. So the other game that I played on VR was I jumped back into Walkabout Mini Golf because there's new levels in it.
Oh, really?
If if this at all sounds appealing to you as a listener, it's worth checking out. It's a super fun, really good time game.
I like golf games.
They you go in they're these custom courses. They're colorful and everything. They're not hyper realistic or anything. They're more like painting-esque kind of thing. And they just keep on throwing in new levels that are just different like scapes. And it's really cool. Like this one's called like Quixote's Paradise. And it's like windmills everywhere. There's like 100 windmills in it. And they introduce a wind element into the game. So some of the holes literally,
cool.
the wind will push your ball as you're
they've taken the game goes to outer space. So
yeah,
I mean, like,
there's an outer space
it's
one.
like, yeah.
And then you can get in there with up to 4 friends and you can literally see their heads and their
That
avatars
is the most
play together and talk to each other like
it is so enjoyable
cool.
being in a group with people and you can see their hands in their head and they can wave their golf club in front of you as you're like trying to shoot and stuff
Can
like
you
that.
whack
It's
them
like,
with the golf club?
you can be annoying.
You can be annoying.
but you
Also,
can't really whack
if you
them.
go into the pause.
You can literally go, while they're looking down at their club, you can like go underneath them and look up at them and wave at them while they're
Also,
trying to
if you go into the pause menu, you become a gigantic
Yeah,
god.
you become a godhead. It's super cool. You get to see this real life model, basically, of the course, which at first you think is just a model, but it's actually the course, and you can see the other players, the tiny versions of them everywhere. It's super cool.
right
If you
up to
are
them.
not paused, you look up and you see this massive head in the sky who's just like looking around and like down on you and like
cool.
pushing his hand towards you. It's amazing. It's
it-
the little things. It's the fucking little things about VR.
That when we saw that cracked us up so hard because it was
That's
so
cool.
good.
I want to try that one.
Oh
I love
my
golf
God.
games. I like Tiger Woods. I love Wii Golf. I like everybody's golf.
This one's worth it. It's really
Oh
fun.
yeah, fantastic.
Well, I think it's time, guys, to
Are we
answer
gonna
the
play a
question.
fucking game?
Are
so
you
excited.
smarter than Elite Gamer?
Question mark?
You might be.
Amazing.
Spooky edition. All right, guys. I'm
I'm
going
so
to
excited.
got 3
That's
categories for you. I'm
Fantastic.
going to tell you the names of them.
All right.
Shoutin' Blanks.
Shouting blanks.
Yep.
That's cute.
Super Scario
Super scary.
and Monster Mash.
Super Sicario.
And Monster.
And I'll tell you what they are when you choose them. We'll do it that way.
Fair enough.
Because I like the
We got
surprise
coins
element.
right yonder.
All right, guys. Tim,
Tim,
call
God, I
it.
can't believe we're actually
heads.
going to play a game. Go ahead.
Head?
Yeah. Ted.
It's a head.
Okay.
That didn't even land.
I think you went first in the other game.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just playing.
All right, Shoutin' Blanks, Super Scario or Monster Mash?
I like Super Scario. That sounds fun.
Super
Let's do Super
Scario. Okay, so I've got some scary,
What do you have, Caddy? What do you have?
spooky. I was trying to spooky and
So
scary.
spooky.
You guys want some
Scoopy.
soup?
I
Yeah,
have some
Scoopy.
spooky music from Mario games,
Oh, okay.
and you're going to tell me which Mario game.
Ooh, it's gonna be
Music's
it's gonna be the ghost house from the world.
So
Did
I'm
I,
going
did
to
I get
play.
the first one?
This one's for Tim.
$64.
There you go. 64 Haunted House.
Amazing.
Yes.
just tell
But
me-
you should do the other music from it. Is that on the list?
I don't know.
Well, it probably is.
All right.
And I'm gonna do super Scario.
Super Scario.
I like it.
All right. Here we go.
Boy, am I glad you got this one, Ryan.
I think this is New Super Mario Brothers.
I thought you might know that one because you just talked about Sunshine a moment ago.
That was
played it.
Sunshine.
That was Sunshine. All right.
I'll go ahead and
Back
do
to
Super
Tim.
Scario.
Oh, this is so dumb.
I might not be doing them in order, but here
damn
we
it.
go.
Yeah, please don't.
All right, okay.
Ready?
Ah, damn, I tried to game the system. They came back to bit me in the butt. Bling. I wonder if it's Ooh.
I like it though.
I do like it too. Kind of turns me on.
Sure.
You know, I don't think I really know any of the names of the Mario games. Oh, wait, hold on. From
do.
like the Wii U generation kind of thing, I don't think I know any of them.
You like one of them, right? Like
Yeah, Galaxy.
Yes, that's correct, Amundo.
He's going down.
Amazing.
Good one.
going down
Holy
the
shit.
line.
That was a total guess. It didn't sound like the latest,
All right,
and
Ryan.
it didn't sound old. So
You guys just want to keep doing this category?
No,
until-
Monster Mash.
Monster Mash is a press your luck game.
hey,
I'm going
right.
to tell you guys the name of, believe it or not, a monster from a game.
Okay.
And you're going to tell me the game, and we're going to
Oh,
press
but
your
I
luck
listen
if
to
you want to.
podcasts all the time. I can't name monsters. from
Okay.
games.
All right, Ryan, Deathclaw.
Deathclaw.
Tell me the game that features a Deathclaw.
What are you doing here?
Should I know this?
Yeah,
I thought this was the easiest one on the whole
that is
list.
super easy.
Dark Souls.
It's Fallout.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't play.
You don't play a lot of Bethesda,
No.
Oh, I thought you
which
did.
is different than me and Kenny, who play
that
lots
is
of
true.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
All right, Tim.
Shouting blanks.
Shouting blanks. I'm going. This is a shouted out category. That means either one of you can shout the answer.
Okay.
And I'm going
Dark
to
Souls.
No, I'm going to read a description. This is almost like a back of the box description with blanks. It's almost kind of the same,
Yay,
but I
we're
got
bringing
most of
it.
these from the wikis, and it kind of describes the game with some blanks in them.
Okay.
Spooky themed games.
Spooky themed
Okay.
games.
Okay.
So
Can we shout out as much as we can, or only one shout out
I think we usually do the much as you can thing, and that's fine with me. So
Okay, let's go.
here we go. Blank returns to the franchise's survival horror roots, emphasizing exploration. The player controls blank as he searches
Dead
for
Space.
his long
Dead Space
missing
2.
wife
Dead Space 2.
in a derelict plantation occupied by an infected family, solving puzzles and fighting enemies. It's the first main series
Left 4
game
Dead-
to
no.
use a first-person view.
Oh, Resident Evil 7.
There you go.
Amazing.
You went through like 5
It's
games.
that's your plays Alex, right?
I don't play a lot of horror games. So that was gonna be really rough for me.
Ethan Winters.
They scare me.
Ethan Winters. That's it. Oh my god, no one likes him.
Would you have accepted Resident Evil, or did you need
Yeah,
7?
no, I would have. Yeah, we can go.
Well, I said 7.
franchise here.
I know, but I wouldn't have known that, so I might have just said Resident Evil.
Oh, gotcha.
But I was afraid of embarrassing myself.
Oh, and just to bring up a point of clarification here, the person who picks the shout out will get 2 points if they get it correct. That's how shout out works
Sweet.
on the Leetist podcast. All right.
So I'm not winning.
I didn't get 2 points, but
All right.
I only lost 1.
All right, let's do Super Scario. Give me an easy
That
one.
math probably doesn't
Give me
work.
an easy one.
Super scary. Oh,
Give it to him. I feel bad for him.
Mario World.
There we go.
that's correct. Sir.
Amazing.
Can you just have that
yeah,
playing
we'll
in the
listen to it for a
background?
second.
We love you, buddy.
This is probably my favorite. This may be one of my favorite Mario songs.
Oh,
I
pretty good.
love
Yeah.
this theme. Do 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 do.
that is really good. Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba. But I, like,
Wah. Which is saying something because I didn't play that game a lot and I still get that song in my head.
it gives me goosebumps.
All right,
every
there's
time I
only
hear
one
it.
more left in Super Scario, but we're going to go back
I wonder
to
which
Tim.
game
Tim?
it is.
All right, Tim, here we go.
I know this one. Like, I actually do know this one. Scary?
Not scary.
This isn't scary. This is 64.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's not
It's a never-ending
Amazing.
That's
staircase.
never any staircase.
It's a spooky
Yeah.
sounding song.
It is a
though,
spooky
so.
sound. You know what I wanted to hear though? I wanted to hear the other song from 64. That
Dude, so good. Oh my god,
I'm so
the
sorry.
boo
down in the
like,
down in the carousel
so
or whatever
good.
with all the booze. Oh man, it's so fucking creepy.
All right, Ryan, shouting blanks or Monster Mash.
Shouting blanks. Let's
Right,
give us
here we
all a go.
Shout it out time. The first installment in the series follows Blank as he searches for his missing adopted daughter in the mysterious New England town of Blank.
Alan Wake.
Stumbling upon a cult conducting a ritual to revive a deity it worships, Blank discovers his daughter's true origin.
Layers of fear.
No,
Evil Within.
Evil Within 2.
I'll read it one more time. The first installment in the series follows Blank as he searches for his missing... Actually, I'll give you the name of the guy. I don't think that's going to help you. The first installment in the series follows Harry Mason as he searches for his missing adopted daughter in the mysterious New England town of Blank.
Oh, is
Stumbling upon a cult conducting a ritual
Is
to
this,
revive a deity it worships.
whatchamacallit?
Harry discovers his daughter's true origin.
is it
Sunken City?
No, the origami killer game, whatever. Whoa.
I'm just going to buzz you because you're not even there
What
yet.
the fuck y'all talking
That
about?
was Silent Hill.
Oh.
Original Silent Hill.
Told you, man. I don't play horror games.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
All right, back to you, Tim.
I'm just gonna throw some random shit.
We didn't shout
Monster
out the
Mash,
right
please.
Monster Mash. Oh,
Oh,
I'm going to give you the name of a monster. Tell me the game it's in.
okay.
Pyramid Head.
Silent Hill.
There you go. Why did I get that one? That's the second one. I thought Deathclaw was easier. Do you want to press your luck?
Sure.
All right. Spriggan.
Elder
Zoom
Scrolls.
tight.
Yep.
Amazing.
You want to press your luck?
I feel like these are geared
I'll do one
towards
more.
you guys.
I'll do one more. We'll see what happens. You know me. I always lose these stupid things.
Tyrant.
Tyrant. Oh, Tyrant?
Or The Tyrant.
The Tyrant. Tyrant. Doom?
I'm sorry, Tim. You have pressed it all away.
What are they called? There's a Tyrant something in Doom.
Is it Doom Eternal?
No, the Tyrant is the end boss of Resident Evil Original. Oh, is the Tyrant in Doom Eternal?
Uh-huh. Trying to scroll fucking down here, but apparently doing that sideways
I
is
think that
impossible.
means I have to give it to him.
No, you didn't mean that Tyrant.
Yeah, but if the Tyrant is a monster in the
Wait,
game...
is it called The Tyrant?
It's literally called Tyrant.
I said Tyrant or the Tyrant.
Fucking trying to turn the computer around.
Oh
Tyrant.
my God. I mean, I knew that Tyrant was in Doom, but
I'm sorry that it didn't fit, what your
No,
ideal
you're
Tyrant
right. You're
would
right.
be.
I allow to be challenged, and if I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong. It's a monster in Doom Eternal. It counts.
I'll go ahead and stop there.
this is bullshit. I just want to say this game is rigged.
I mean, I have to.
It's rigged for Tim's pleasure.
Hey, if the roles were reversed and the same thing happened to you, I'd give it to you. So.
If the roles were reversed, I would not do this for you.
All right, Shouting Blanks or Monster Mash, Ryan?
I Monster Mash, sure.
Oh, no. Ryan's
I
lost
know.
all his gumption.
It's gone.
Witch of Hemwick.
I think I know that one.
Bloodborne.
Yeah.
How's it going? Yeah.
Press your luck.
Amazing.
Wait, that was right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to
No?
press
She's
my
like
luck.
the fucking easiest boss
I
ever.
don't
too.
know.
It's like ridiculous.
Kenny keeps choosing things that I would never know.
I'm just going down. This one I'm not doing random. I'm just going down the list. So
Oh, did you keep it?
Oh, yeah.
keeping your point.
Shouting Blanks.
All right, Shouting Blanks. The main video game series consists of 8 survival horror games taking place in locations somehow connected to the family restaurant blank. In most games, the player takes on the role of a nighttime employee who must utilize tools.
Freddy got finger. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Amazing.
Five Nights at Freddy Got Fingered?
Yeah,
Wait, is
You
that
have to
going to be
mash up
part
the-
of the next game?
No, we did that before.
that was one of the old ones. That was one of the ones I wish I had
Freddy got
for the next game.
Freddy got Five Nights of Fingered?
Yeah.
Ryan, Shouting Blanks, a Super Scary, or no, Monster Mash.
Monster Mash. Why not?
All right, I'm going to tell you the name
I'm
of a
just gonna-
monster. This monster is called a clicker.
Oh, that's The Last of Us.
Well, that's all right. You want to press your luck,
Amazing.
Ryan?
I have to.
Foglit.
Oh, Bioshock Infinite.
Unless you can prove me wrong, a foglet is Witcher 3. But is there a foglet in Bioshock?
You say Foglet?
No, there's no Foglet.
There was a person with the siren head or whatever, but I thought that was.
Oh, the Silent Children, or what are they called? Bioshock.
I guess that's what I thought about in the.
Silent Boy? Boy of Silence.
Okay, man.
Silent
That's
boy.
those are different things.
Foghead, whatever.
Foghorn head.
Foghorn,
Now, see, boy,
like,
I'll say, boy.
I say,
Did you say
You got that
foghead?
one wrong, boy.
I said Foghead.
It's foglet.
So I think I got where your head
But you
went on
know
that
where
one.
I was going
because
with
you,
that,
you heard
right?
foglet and then you thought foghorn and then you were like, that's a horn. And then there's the things
not
in
wrong.
Bioshock.
He's not wrong.
That's got horns on their heads.
That was Bioshock Infinite too, right?
yeah.
I was right on that.
A
that
rare
was
look
fucking
into
terrifying,
Ryan's
too.
mind.
Super
That's the
terrifying.
scariest jump scare I've ever experienced in an entire
Why
fucking
isn't
game.
that in your game?
Have you? Do you remember the Boys of Silence in Bioshock?
I'm actually, amongst all the other shit I play, am replaying Bioshock 1 right now as well.
You seen? Does that look familiar?
Oh,
to you?
yeah, yeah, I remember
Fuck me.
him. Yeah.
You go up like
Dude,
into the middle of
those
that
things are
like sanitarium
terrible.
or whatever, and
Yeah.
you get to the very top of it. You have to flip the switch. You turn around. That fucking thing's just right there, and he like blasts his horns. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Tim, Shouting Blanks and Monster Mash.
Monster Mash.
Here we go. Mimic.
Dark Souls.
There you go. I would have accepted Dark Souls
Amazing.
or Prey.
Okay, or Dungeons and
Or
Dragons.
Final Fantasy?
Or that, sure. Press your luck.
Oh my
I'll
god.
do one. Yeah, he's gonna do one.
Who's going to do what?
He's doing
Oh,
it.
you're pressing your luck.
He's pressing his
Okay.
luck.
Necromorph.
Oh.
Dead Space.
All right. Press your luck.
Amazing.
Nah.
All right, Tim.
I swear to God, if I do this, it's going to be the obscure ones.
I don't think
Necromorph is kind of obscure.
That's not obscure.
Monster
That's
Mash
still
is
space.
Shouting Blanks, Ryan.
All right, let's.
There's one more in Shouting Blanks.
I'm so far behind. Shouting Blanks. Let's get rid of it.
In Blank, the main story is played out over 4 stages, with players able to access a training
Dr.
room.
Luke.
No. What did you both say? Deathloop?
I said Back for Blood.
Okay, sorry. No.
Deathloop.
The game is played out over 4 stages, with players also able to access a training room and a gallery at Professor E. Gadd's laboratory between stages.
Luigi's Mansion.
There you go. Luigi's Mansion.
You know, I've never played in Luigi's Man. Luigi's.
I haven't
Luigi's
played
Mansion
Luigi's Mansion.
It's been on my list of games to finally like try, and I think the latest one I might. But I have to find it somewhere
on
for
the
cheap.
Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to find it somewhere. Do you own it? Do you have a hard copy?
No, but I think I saw it at McKay's for pretty cheap.
Oh.
Ooh,
a
Tim,
thought.
we're closing this thing out with a list of monsters from Monster Mash.
Okay.
So we're going to go down to the next one for you, and it's called a Splicer.
Oh, Bioshock.
There you go.
There's your Bioshock.
There's your Bioshock. Fog Hat Boy.
Press your luck.
Sure.
Thunderjaw.
Thunderjaw. Oh, that sounds so familiar.
That does sound
Monster
familiar.
Hunter?
Oh, I'm sorry. Very close. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Monster Rancher.
Yeah,
Monster Rancher.
Rancher. That was
Ryan. Capra Demon.
Monster Train.
Capra Demon.
Not Caca Demon.
Dark Souls.
There you go. That's the one that you hated. That
Amazing.
Stuck in the little room with the dogs. Would you like to press your luck?
I have to.
Rachni.
Rachni?
Yeah. Or Rachni. Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know.
Can you spell it? Can you use it in this?
I'll give you a hint. You would probably know how to pronounce this better than I would. Rachni. Rachni.
What?
R-A-C-H-N-I.
R-I-C-H-N-I.
Huh.
Is that Monster Hunter?
No, that is
Monster
Mass Effect.
Rancher. Oh.
What is it? Wait, what? No, it was Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher the whole time. I was way off.
Mass Effect.
I'll go with Monster Mash.
Sure.
Monster. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Balverine.
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
It's almost like you know.
Balverine.
You know this.
Fable?
Yes. Press your luck.
Sure.
Amazing.
Baron of Hell.
Doom.
Press your luck.
Amazing.
Nah.
You're heartless. Relentless. Ryan. The Taken.
I don't know what that is. Yay.
Nor do I.
Really?
Kenny, you find the most obscure
You wrote
ones.
the question.
This is not obscure.
Oh.
The Taken?
And I know it's a game you've played.
Taken.
The Taken.
It's taken. It's a particular set of skills. Liam Neeson.
Hold on.
There's actually 2 possible answers to this.
Taken. Oh, Liam Neeson.
Okay, the Taken is a race of monsters in Destiny. The little black and white things.
Oh,
also,
sure.
Alan Wake, there are monsters called Taken as well.
Uh-huh.
Boy, am I glad that I stopped it too.
Hey,
Tim.
Hey, Tim. Here's an easy one for you.
Shock Squid.
Shock Squid.
Pretty sure that's a Mega Man boss.
Mega Man. Oh, you bastard.
I love
Hey, Shock Squid, A Hat in Time.
Oh, cool.
Ryan, Grey Dwarf Shaman.
Yeah. Grey Dwarf. Grey Dwarf. Focus.
Yes. A Grey Dwarf would be in a Dungeons and Dragons-esque game.
True.
Would you like
Yeah.
to guess a Dungeons and Dragons-esque game?
Which button is he clicking on?
I have my fingers on both of them.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
damn clever.
Sure, Dungeons and Dragons.
Valheim.
Oh, yeah.
Tim, Ryan's going to be pissed. I'm just going down this list. Skulltula.
Oh, Ocarina of Time.
I swear
Amazing.
to God, I'm
This
just
is
going down
This
this
is
list.
great. Yeah.
Press your luck.
I'm having a great time. Yeah, let's keep going, Bob.
Granfaloon.
Ooh, Grand Falloon. Falloon. Why do I know that? Oh, these are so familiar. That's fun. Falloon. Falloon.
Granfaloon.
Grand Falloon. Yeah, I imagine that's the big version of the regular Falloons.
Possibly.
It's Baloney.
I don't think I remember.
It is Symphony of the Night, Castlevania. Ryan.
No, turns out I didn't know what that was.
Croctopus.
My ex-wife, am I right?
Wasn't that a sci-fi original?
Pretty sure I stocked that when I worked in Hollywood Video.
Pretty sure they had like 10 copies at Blockbuster. Croctopus.
Yeah. This is the last one, actually.
If this is not a Resident Evil creature, then I don't know what
Oh,
is.
I'm sorry. It is a Donkey Kong Country Croctopus.
Wow.
Tim has won. Are
What
you
a
smarter than Elite Gamer?
Oh, by like a lot, too. I'm looking at the score there.
Oh, yeah.
You got pretty embarrassed.
Even if
there.
I didn't give him that argument one, he still would have won.
Yeah. In
So,
fairness.
just to clarify.
Thanks, Kenny.
Guys,
Yes, sir.
Kenny, first of all, thank you for that wonderful game.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Thanks, Kenny.
I had a really great time. I'm glad
Kenny,
it all
can you
worked
just
out.
keep
Ken.
playing the...
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I just want I started that music game as like finding spooky sounds from games.
Yeah.
And then a little bit ways in I decided to do you Mario. So I
Yeah.
have 2 other ones that are from other games that just
I could catch up? Not really.
No, I wasn't going to count. Well, sure. Do you know this? They're both kind of hard. That's why I decided to just do Mario.
This sounds like an Atari game.
This is Pokemon Ruby.
Oh,
And this
Sounds
one,
like an Atari.
this is fucking dope. That's what that is.
It sounds familiar.
I want to do homework to this.
Do you know this one?
Fuck no, I don't know what this is. What is
Metroid
it?
Dread.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. That's like when you're getting chased by an enemy.
It
No,
was
because
just, I don't know.
the Emmy
It's
would
just
be like...
general sounds.
I just looked up spooky
Spookily
sounds.
sounds.
Someone had Metroid Dread.
I like it. Yeah.
All right,
That's
Tim.
cool. Hey guys, I got a game for you.
Hey!
Smash up. Blah.
Blood. It was a monster
Hey,
smash.
we're doing like a horror themed Smash Up.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys
Yeah.
remember Smash Up?
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite
Listeners at
games.
home, do you remember Smash Up?
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So Smash Up is a game where I give a clue, and this is the answer is always a movie title and a video game, but not necessarily in that order, smashed together. Okay. So, for example, I might give a clue, and the answer would be Five Nights at Freddy Got Fingered. Remember that?
Love
I
it.
remember.
Yeah.
Love
So,
it.
there will be a linking word, or at least like a linking sound, that will bring those two titles together.
Right.
Okay. I will tell you ahead of time if the clue goes off of that at all, but I think these ones are all pretty straightforward. I almost did for this one. I almost did an American President Evil, but I thought that would have been too difficult, so I didn't do that one.
That would have been pretty tough.
Yeah, because the word is in there, but
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like the same word. You know what I mean?
And I don't know what the plot of the American President
Yeah,
is.
I would have just said something like I don't know, like The West Wing before it was The West Wing. Yeah, and zombies.
I would have thought of Primary Colors or something.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Because I forgot that an American President was even a movie, honestly.
All right, so Kenny told me to put together just a few of them. I put together a lot of them. So it's
Here
on.
we go.
Yeah. All right. So I'll flip a coin on this one. Kenny, you could call it there this time.
Oh, heads.
Come on, say tail.
It is heads.
Hey,
The
gonna burn
inescapable
that
heads.
coin into
This is
the-
pretty. I'm just saying
gonna
there is a
burn-
tails.
Yeah, we
there
did.
is a tails
We
on
did.
that.
I'm gonna burn
Last
that coin in the pits of Mount Doom where it was forged.
As always, these are in no particular order, but I can tell you there are. Okay, normally I have my pick of the litter, and I can go. That's too hard. I should just think of an easier one,
Sure.
kind of thing. That's much more difficult as it gets like narrowed down into something specific, like horror games. The way this one's special is that either the game or the movie, and sometimes both, is of the horror genre.
Sure. Got
Okay.
it. Yep.
So there's your clue going into this that might help.
Gotcha. Are these stealable?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think we usually have them stealable.
I would say since we're so late in it already, and you have 20 of them, maybe we should not do stealable.
Okay.
Look, this is the director's cut version of this. All right, every good horror.
I mean, if
movie
I'm outvoted,
has
that's
a good
fine, I don't
horror
care.
cut.
Let's make them stealable. It's just a quick
Sure,
guess.
okay,
You know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't.
Well, we can
And,
also do the co-op thing when you can't kind of
Yeah.
help each other. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll work just fine. And then there could be a tie at the end. Losers. All right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Says you. Okay, Kenny, you're up first. Here we go, buddy.
Yep.
A group of 4 taking on a force of evil. One group with guns, grenades, and bats. The other with lightsabers, blasters, and tow cables.
A group of 4 with guns, grenades, and bats. Guns, grenades, and bats. And a Star Wars thing. So, can you read it one more time? Sorry.
A group of 4 taking on a force of evil. One group with guns, grenades, and bats. The other with lightsabers, blasters, and tow cables. Tow cables.
I don't even know what a toe cable is. I'm thinking of. I just thought of the Warriors no, that's a movie and a game, and they have guns and bats and stuff. No, I don't know this.
You Warriors are good.
I don't know
Real
this.
good.
Ryan?
Okay, so X yourself.
Oh yeah,
Ryan, you got any idea?
I know the game.
Toe cables.
I know. I'm trying to think of what.
What's that? What film dynasty is that from?
Well, yeah, it's Star Wars.
Right. Which one has toe cables?
Empire Strikes Back. Right.
Oh, I know what it is.
Oh, The Empire Strikes Back for Blood.
Correct.
Thank you.
There we go.
Sorry. I don't know why I wasn't putting that in front of
See,
me.
I'm not unfair, unlike Kenny and his unfair games.
Thank you.
I don't know why I immediately thought of a Star Wars video game, and I was trying to go that way and getting all fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to push the one I was about to give you later in the game.
Just to make it fair.
It's meanly unfair. It'll be much more appropriate at the end of the game.
All right, let's do
You
it.
can tell that I was starting to grasp for straws just a little bit by the
boy.
time we're getting there. Okay, Ryan.
Yeah.
Paranormal investigators get a real workout at a farmhouse from a supernatural presence. Definitely raises pulses, but it's a bitch getting the sensor to work.
Dude, I'm literally gonna pass. I have no clue.
Okay.
I'm just to move it along.
Paranormal
I would-
investigators get a real workout at a farmhouse from a supernatural presence. Definitely raises pulses, but it's a bitch getting the sensor to work.
So it sounds like Ghostbusters with paranormal investigators, paranormal investigators
Farmhouse.
in a farmhouse. Paranormal.
Since
Farmhouse
this is very
investigator.
genre specific, I'll say that's where the plot is. It's in a farmhouse.
Oh,
Oh,
Signs was in a farmhouse with.
they weren't
spooky
paranormal
stuff.
activities. Paranormal.
Oh, that's true. What spooky?
That's the thing.
paranormal-
I don't know.
I mean, part of this is get familiar with either one of these things. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? If neither of them are sticking out to you as
So it's not Ghostbusters then.
nah.
We'll just give that to you.
And the farmhouse, spooky farmhouse, paranormal farmhouse. Does that sound
The
big? Anything to
sensor
you?
thing is what I'm
Please work
trying
together. By all
to.
means.
Yeah, we're
This
gonna
is
help
tough.
each other.
These are very
Does
specific.
paranormal and farmhouse?
No,
Give you
I mean,
anything?
You'd have to have
like,
seen it.
Like, I don't. The sensor thing is what I'm trying to figure out, and there's like a couple to get the sensor to work, and the sensor to me.
Definitely raises pulses,
Right.
But it's a bitch getting the sensor to work.
So it
Pulses
right,
sensor.
right. It's a game that's like tracking your kind of respiratory, like your pulse.
Alien Isolation has a sensor.
Yeah,
thing.
but no, he's talking about probably your actual pulse, which is like, I mean, there's so many that actually
played it.
do that. There's actually a couple of horror games.
I'm looking at an accessory for it right now.
Oh, so it is. All right, so it's Ring Fit Adventure.
Oh,
So what would be? Oh,
The Ring. The Ring fit. Oh,
the Ring
close.
was about paranormal.
It's a little bit more clever than that.
You didn't.
This is specifically about paranormal investigators. This is not like a subplot of the movie.
something that
I don't
ends-
think we know the movie.
It is the Conjuring.
Conjuring
Fit
Fit Adventure.
I
Damn
don't
it.
know the
Yeah,
Conjuring.
All right.
All right.
Next one.
Yep.
Kenny.
I think. Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yep.
You'd think the survivors would stop returning to the small town in Ohio. Maybe they should just run off and join an international hand-to-hand combat tournament. Big decision. Maybe they should sleep on it.
Ohio. Hand-to-hand combat tournament sounds like Mortal Kombat. Immortal something mortal. What's a movie that ends with mortal? I will pass and start getting co-opted from you unless you know it.
I invoke my one-time "Let's go against Tim for the rest of this game" card.
I mean, we might as well try to get it
You
ourselves.
think the survivors would stop returning to that small town in Ohio? Maybe they should just run off and join an international, not multi-realm, hand-to-hand combat tournament.
Yeah,
Big decision.
that'd be Street
Maybe they
Fighter
should sleep
then.
on it.
No, when he says realm and hand-to-hand, that's Mortal
He
Kombat.
said not
I meant
realm.
not realm.
Oh, not realm.
So it's
realm.
Street Fighter because that's the international hand-to-hand tournament.
Okay.
Rolling Stone, Street Fighting Man, G7. Streets of Rage Fighter.
Maybe they should sleep on it.
Nightmare on Elm Street Fighter.
Correct.
There you go.
Am I giving points to you guys at this
don't
point?
know.
If you start working together, you
Can we-
relinquish points. There. Ryan, it's not the crazy, racist, murdering psychopaths that bothers me. What really gets me is that I'm not sure she's stirring Spacer's Choice brand cream in that teacup.
I pass. Don't know.
Um,
I don't know. I don't know what Spacer brand like. What that comes from?
It's
might be-
Spacer's Choice.
Totally. Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Is that Outer Worlds? Maybe.
What's that? What's
That was my instinct. Was
What's
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds is from the Spacer cream?
I don't know. That was my instinct. I could be totally wrong though. But racist psychos makes me think Deliverance. That's not right.
I mean, I don't know. They were rapey. I don't know if they were racist.
So is there a horror movie
Red
with?
State.
Is there a horror movie that
With
is like
racists.
focused on race?
Oh!
Oh,
Get Outer Worlds.
Correct. Kenny, you got a point.
wait,
Amazing.
hold on a second. That was a team effort there.
I like Kenny on that one.
I think you gave me the answer then. More
Yeah,
than
there
anybody
you
I always
go.
give the second person a little bit of a clue. That one I'm not gonna I'm not gonna
This
feel
game
bad
is
for that.
rigged.
Yeah. Ain't gonna be no goddamn
They're
ties.
all rigged against me.
Ain't gonna be no goddamn ties in this game. Who's up? Kenny.
Yeah.
A crew investigates a recently rediscovered lost spaceship, only to realize the horrifying fate of the crew members. The Pharaoh plague claimed them all.
I don't watch a lot.
Pharaoh
of horror movies.
plague.
I should have thought of the fact that I don't watch a lot of horror movies before I suggested this game. But okay, lost spaceship being investigated in a Pharaoh plague. Probably not going to get this myself. So unless you can, we can start.
I don't know
trying
what the lost spaceship. So the thing that came to my mind, I just don't know what the Pharaoh plague is.
That's the game.
Yeah, so I was gonna say Event Horizon Zero Dawn, but
Correct.
Oh, there you go.
but
You're absolutely right. You got a point. Are you going to bitch about it?
what is the Pharaoh plague?
That's what wiped out civilization in
Horizon.
Horizon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. You got it, man.
That was his turn again.
Yeah, I thought about like straight up throwing robot dinosaurs into that
Yes.
clue, but I thought that would have been dead giveaway. And so maybe I was gonna give a little bit more if that didn't ring any bells, but you fucking nailed it.
Yeah, I never saw Event Horizon.
That's the
Well,
other problem is.
I knew the first thing he was. So the trick to this game is knowing at least one of it
Yeah.
and then using it to try to tie it in.
Yeah, no, I know Event Horizon, the name. I just never saw it.
Oh,
Ryan.
Isn't that
Fantastic
Sam Neill?
yes.
Yes, and Larry Fishburne.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Larry Fishburne,
That's what he used to call himself. So I still call him that.
Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah, that's right.
Cowboy Curtis.
All right, Ryan.
All right.
Armed with only a note and a lantern, delve into the bowels of a Prussian castle while trying to evade unspeakable horrors and tits, hoo-ah, big ones, little ones, nipples staring right at you like secret searchlights. Hoo-ah.
All right. So it's Al Pacino.
Yeah. I mean, before I start helping, I'll let you see if you can get
Descent of a Woman? No. Oh man, that would have been good.
You're close. I mean, you got part of it. You just don't have all of it.
Scent of a Woman is the movie.
That's who.
Hoo-ah. Tits.
But I'm trying to think of like what the first game. I thought it was
Armed with only a note and a lantern.
that's the what's that game that's like
What is
everyone
that
fucking
game?
likes where people they get scared and
I don't know. I got scared.
it's not called Descent though.
Is
It's
Mario's back. He plumbed stuff. I don't know what happened next. I got scared. That was on one of the
What's
previous
the plot of the
episodes.
game?
it's
You delve into the bowels of a Prussian
yeah,
castle while
yeah,
trying to
you're-
evade unspeakable horrors and
It's-
tits. Hoo-ah!
what's that game? It's fucking scary and people are scared to play it and oh my god,
True.
I need more than that. People are scared to play it.
I hate that I'm not.
I would actually say that this game was
that
one of the forerunners when it came to
horror, survival.
horrors where you are unable to fight back. You have to just run and hide.
Outlast, that sounds like.
Oh, wait, but no, then it's not.
Okay, here's a hint. Here's a hint.
It can't be Amnesia because that doesn't fit with A Scent of a Woman.
Oh, there's a subtitle to Amnesia, I think.
Darkest Descent of a Woman.
Close enough. I'll give it to you.
Amnesia,
Dark Descent of a
Amazing.
Woman.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Ryan, you're in the lead
Just to point it out to make me feel better.
by 2 points.
There you go.
Okay. Kenny.
Yes, sir.
An artist returns to his studio to complete his masterpiece, but after the first coat, he begins to hallucinate. Could be past. I'm so glad you got this one. I'm going to start this one over. I'm really glad you got this one right. An artist returns to his studio to complete his masterpiece, but after the first coat, he begins to hallucinate. Could be past trauma, but it could also be ether. There's nothing in this world more helpless and irresponsible and depraved than a man in the depths of an ether binge.
So, what game?
Do you know the movie?
Yeah, I know the movie.
Ryan, do you know the movie?
It's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that once. So.
After the first coat, he begins to hallucinate.
Painting and fear. Something that ends in fear, or it starts in Vegas.
Hold on.
Vegas
Hold on.
Nightmares, Horror Edition.
Oh, wait.
Um,
I think the painting is kind of a big giveaway.
Isn't there a
for this.
game just called Fear?
That's not the answer.
Not the answer.
It's so the painting is kind of a big.
The big reason that's a giveaway is even if you haven't played the game, if you've just seen the cover of the game or like the icon for it, the painting comes into it.
Layers of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Correct.
Amazing.
I know nothing about that game and nothing about there's a painting in it. It's just literally a game that had the word fear in it that just came into my mind.
What's the game called?
Layers of Fear?
Oh, the game is called Layers
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Fear. Mm-hmm. And it's a painting game?
I guess. I don't
No,
know.
I mean you are an artist, and
you're an artist, okay.
as you paint a portrait of your daughter, I think the house around you starts to change.
Oh.
And you kind of go
That's cool.
explore. It's weird. It's cool. All
right.
Ryan. Ooh, I don't know if you know this one.
Probably not.
On an island far out at sea, team up with strangers or friends to get those generators running and survive the night while avoiding a vicious killer, seagulls, and Willem Dafoe's jizz.
Oh, so it's The Lighthouse, and it is
Game that Sam talks about all the time.
yeah. Dead by Daylight. So Dead by Day Lighthouse.
Correct.
Amazing.
Just shout it out. I haven't seen Lighthouse. I actually want to watch that movie. It's
Oh,
pretty
right.
good.
That movie's awesome.
It's fucking insane. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's very,
I was
H.P.
told it was going to be like
Lovecraft.
weird,
Yeah.
and then it was weird.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like
And then
H.P.
it got
Lovecraft
weird.
style.
Have you seen The Witch?
Yeah, Vivitch.
Oh, yeah. Same
Vivitch.
guy, yeah.
The Vivitch.
That was a great movie too.
All right, Kenny.
Yep.
An appropriate film title for the camera view in this game as you take control of a kid avoiding becoming a science experiment. Perhaps if he escapes, he could take a nice, relaxing trip through wine country.
The movie's, Wine Country immediately makes me think Sideways. I don't know if that's right, but and becoming an experiment. The first thing I thought of was Tusk, but that's probably not right either.
That's also a movie.
Or that, that's another movie.
I know. I was just thinking out loud of different things.
Idiot.
Fucking moron.
Can you read it one more time, please?
Sure. An appropriate film title for the camera view in this game as you take control of a kid avoiding becoming a science experiment. Perhaps if he escapes, he could take a nice, relaxing trip through wine country.
Maybe the game is Inside.
And
and wine country in Sideways.
Correct.
There you go.
Correct.
It's funny when they get you're like, you know it.
I love hosting this game so fucking much because I love to see you guys just like evolve as players and thinkers and work. This is what it must feel like to be a teacher and seeing your students bloom. It's amazing.
This is one of my favorite games.
I still have not played Inside though.
Oh man, I think your brother's playing it right
It's kind of like Control.
It's not.
Nope, that was the joke.
Oh God! All right,
That was
some
the
people
joke.
say it's the Star Fox of side scrollers.
Sure.
Mama always said life is like a box of cannibalistic mutants. You never know what you're gonna get. The aggressive ones, like at night, or the passive ones that keep their distance, protect each other, and burn effigies in an attempt to communicate.
So
I know this.
I don't know. It's Forrest Gump is the movie, but the game. I don't. Is there one called Dark Force?
I'll tell you, this is one of those frustrating answers. Frustratingly simple answers, and that's the hint I'll give you.
The Forrest Gump.
There you
That's
go.
correct.
Because
correct.
there is a
Amazing.
game called The Forest.
The Forrest Gump. That's it.
I played the Forest. It's cool.
All right, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
In this Bethesda horror none of us ever played, unlock the horrifying evil of being falsely outed as gay by a former student and descend into madness, coming to grips with the fact that he may actually have been right.
Oh my God! What the? Okay, a Bethesda game we never played. I'm pretty sure Ryan played both or all the Elder Scrolls. I think we talked about before. So
that we never played.
that we never played.
We all openly admitted that we never played when we did the rating thing that we did, the tier list.
Oh, okay. That would be Evil Within. Maybe it's spooky.
Could be that. It's probably that.
Yeah. And then the movie is the problem.
Falsely outed as gay by a former student and descend into madness, coming to grips with the fact that he may actually have been right.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen that movie.
It's really fucking funny. FYI.
Tucker and Dale versus the Evil Within? No. I can't remember if there was
I like that title.
I do like that title.
Ryan, any thoughts?
Falsely accused of being gay,
Falsely outed.
and then turns out I'm trying to remember because I remember there was a movie where the guy was like outed as gay, and then like he used that to his advantage to like get no Euro Trip.
No, afraid not.
No.
This is the movie is In and Out.
with
Kiefer
Kevin
Sutherland.
Klein.
Kevin Klein, that's right.
Yeah, never.
I knew it started with a K. I couldn't remember the name. The Evil Within and Out. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Never. I
All
don't
right,
know
I love this one, and I hope you get it immediately. Ryan.
Yes.
Hilarity ensues when two bros get really stoned and decide to take a trip to a fortress deep within Transylvania.
Harold and Kumar
Oh, I know this.
go to White.
Keep going. Please, God.
White. Hold on. Wait.
Jesus Christ. No.
White Castlevania.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Amazing.
Hold on. No, I was trying to remember the last part that you said because I was
Jesus.
like, wait, I thought you were meaning Wolfenstein or something like that.
fuck.
I was
I
like,
thought of Pineapple Express first.
Oh,
honestly.
shit. Oh. I just read that one and it made me giggle. I was like, Harold and Kumar go to White Castlevania. All right. They're starting to get harder, guys.
Oh, good.
This is, they're going to start getting challenging.
All right. Let's do it.
Kenny,
Yes, sir.
come see all the zany antics that a couple of New Yorkers get into when they end up taking a trip out west to find out why a town is flooding and what big creepy tentacles have to do with it.
Okay.
Do you think you know it?
I know the movie.
New Yorkers leave town, you say?
Yeah, they go out west.
They go out west.
What was the last part of that?
To find out why a town is flooding and what big creepy tentacles have
I
to
know
do
the
with it.
game.
I know
think
the
of the
movie.
I think I know the game.
We can combine our efforts. Let me.
What's the movie?
I'll give him a hint that he can use for
Hey, man.
like getting the point.
Sure.
If it is correct. So I'll ask you if it's correct. Is Billy Crystal on
Yeah.
Oh,
There
the
you go.
Forgotten City Slickers. The Forgotten City Slickers? Isn't that what it? No? Hello? Tim looks so confused.
Hold on. No.
The Drowned City Slicker. What the fuck is that game called?
Okay. You have me thinking that sounds right, but that's not right.
So yeah,
There is a game called Forgotten City, but that
That
has
is not
nothing
it.
to do with this plot.
Okay.
yeah.
I got the games mixed
Yeah,
up.
I don't know the game, but I knew it was City Slickers.
The something city.
The Sunken City.
the Sunken City Slickers? The
The act of it doing it.
The Sinking City.
the
Slicker.
sinking
I'm going to give it
City
to Ryan.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah, you knew the movie before I did.
Well, I mean, I was like, it's unless he was trying to go with Curly, like
Legend of Curly's Gold.
Legends of Curly's Gold,
Legend of
mixed
Curly's
up-
Golden Eye.
Oh my god, that was perfect.
This game's really fun to make.
Oh,
I'm telling
man.
you. All right.
Ryan again.
Ryan,
I like it.
the supernatural abilities I got from the UNATCO nanotechnology are great and all, except for the unexpected side effect of projectile vomiting on priests.
So, exorcism, actovirus.
UNATCO, UNATCO. It's a acronym. Acronym? Yeah, acronym.
Nanotechnology always makes me think of like Near Automata or older.
That is your hint.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I'm blanking on the
I just
game.
thought of the stupidest answer, but it's not right.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Deus Exorcist Machina.
That's Deus Exorcist.
Okay,
It's
there you
Deus
go.
Ex Exorcist.
There you go.
Deus Exorcist. So Kenny, you got the point. You got the point
Amazing.
I would
because
give it,
you
yeah.
actually said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would give it to him.
Yeah. Deus
What is
Exorcist.
Machina? Is that a sequel?
Ex Machina is a movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The
Deus
phrase
Ex is a
Deus
game.
Ex
Yeah,
Machina is a concept.
Right. Okay.
I was.
It's all clear
I don't
now.
know why. Like now that you say it, like it was in my head for a second. Deus Ex, and I was like, well, The Exorcist and X doesn't have anything. Like I literally went through my head.
Kenny,
Right.
Yeah.
the prospect of stealing 50 vehicles in one night is overshadowed by the fact that I'd much rather just ride my motorcycle. Makes it easier to dodge and weave around freakers.
Ooh,
Days Gone in 60 seconds.
Correct.
Finally one I knew right off the
Amazing.
Yeah,
bat.
that was good.
yeah. I was trying to remember the name of the game, but I was like, it's something gone. Yeah,
Ryan,
yeah.
I'm going to give this one at the end.
That's too
It's
hard.
really hard. It's really hard. Like, I get it just because of
You know what, dude?
random knowledge,
Just
not
do
because.
it. Just do it.
No, I'll
give it
okay.
to me.
Okay, so it's like found footage of this documentary crew looking into the legend of tower building simulators.
Tower building simulators. So city skyline. Documentary about what?
So it's like found footage of this documentary crew looking into the legend of tower building simulators.
You don't know the movie?
I think I remember a movie about a documentary about paranormal paranormal.
It was a
investigators.
gigantic movie that was kind of a
It was
phenomenon.
the movie that made found footage a thing.
It's oh. So Blair Witch Project.
There you go.
Sorry, I was thinking there's another. Yeah. So Blair Witch Project. But that doesn't work with City Skylines.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't work with.
Oh, Kenny might know it.
I don't. I was thinking. No.
It's an indie game that was actually pretty popular, and Steam advertises it a lot. So it exists.
Blair Witch Project Gotham Racing.
We're coming up towards the end here, so these are getting a little bit harder. So
It's a Blair.
just,
If it's an indie game, I'm not going to know.
Someone started the project Blair Witch Project
tower building simulator. Tower building, not city. Tower.
Yeah, Blair Witch.
What's another name for a tower?
Blair Witch Project Skyscraper.
Yeah, sorry, that's close. That's very close. It was Blair Witch Project High Rise.
Oh,
That's the name
okay,
of the
there
game.
you
Project
go.
High Rise.
Project
It's actually a pretty
High
fun game.
I have no idea what that game is.
It's kind of like Sim Tower. It's like a spiritual successor to Sim Tower. The art style is actually really beautiful. They did a really good job with it.
Right on.
You're just managing a tower, like residents and the other offerings that are in there, like the commercial type things, the food that the residents eat. You're trying to keep everybody like happy in the tower all at the same time by kind of examining the occupants' moods and
Do you
opinions.
remember Sim Tower?
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like Sim Tower.
It was literally like if you look it up on Google, everybody will say this is a successor to it.
Dude, I love
So if you
Sim
like
Tower.
Sim Tower, try
I
Project
love
High Rise.
Sim Tower.
This has been another Tim's Indie Games.
Oh boy.
Who's up?
Me.
Kenny, you just know Joseph Gordon-Levitt wrote this PS4 Survive the Night tale of 8 people just so he could make out with both Scarlett Johansson and Julianne Moore.
Oh no, I don't know what movie.
This
Joseph
is a little bit of a
Gordon-Levitt-
play on words. This is a homophone. So that's the hint I'll give you at the
Right,
start.
Okay, so Joseph Gordon-Levitt wrote a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah.
What? And
I remember you playing this game specifically.
and I guess Scarlett Johansson and okay, say it one more time because I was only thinking about the movie.
You just know Joseph Gordon-Levitt wrote this PS4 Survive the Night tale of 8 people just so he could make out with both Scarlett Johansson and Julianne Moore.
Okay, so PS4 Survive the Night tale. Survive the night in a PS4 game. The fuck is this?
Was it the horror game series?
Oh yeah, one of them is spooky, right? Okay, so
But was it the what's that game series? Dark Castle or whatever, or not Dark Anthology, Dark Picture.
Man of Medan.
Wrong.
I know the game. I know
But
the
it's
game.
getting him
I know
towards
what the game
it.
is.
It's getting him towards it.
I know what the game is. It's Until Dawn.
Right.
Until Dawn.
Same developers. I think.
Yeah, same developer.
That's why I was like, what was the name of that game?
I was because I kept thinking of playing up in your living room. I should have been thinking of playing in this
Down
basement.
here in the basement. It was like a date night thing
Yeah,
that you had going on.
I want to hear more about this.
I played that game with a girl. There you go. That's the story.
It was a great story.
Did
End
you
of
play
story.
with her until dawn?
Oh, gross. All right. So, like I said, remember
End of Dawn
remember-
Until Dawn of Justice.
No.
I don't know.
No, remember I said homophone. That's the hint.
Right. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Ryan,
I don't know
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
what
movie that-
Joseph
yeah.
he wrote
Gordon-Levitt.
and directed it.
I remember him doing that. I just don't remember the title
It's
at
actually a
all.
pretty entertaining movie.
Yeah.
liked it.
I don't know enough
He was
about.
addicted to porn
Right. Yeah.
No, I honestly don't know.
until Don John.
Don John. I
Yeah.
would have never
Never
heard of my
of
ass
that
in a million
movie.
years. I remember the
See,
concept.
that's
of the
why I
movie.
put these towards the end, guys.
I think I heard him interviewed on Stern or something about that.
Ryan, I'm glad you got this one. I think
right.
you'll get this one, buddy.
Oh boy, pressure.
As far as Caped Crusader flicks go, wait. You didn't buzz that you guys got that one wrong.
Jesus Christ.
These are the important things.
As far as Cape Crusader flicks go, I was honestly surprised by the sheer amount of extreme gore, rape, and demonic imagery. Was cool to see the amount of effort that went into the live-action interactive movie gameplay and cutscenes, though. Older.
Oh,
Both the 90s.
Dark Knight Trap.
No.
Oh no,
It's really clever, but no.
A game that has live action cutscenes and rape.
Yeah.
Which
Which is why that's not Night Trap. It was
Night
literally
Trap.
like vampires that it was too gruesome to actually show vampires. They just made guys in
right,
fluffy
but there
black
was
suits.
like rape scenes and live action stuff.
Let me start thinking of Batman titles.
demonic imagery, extreme gore. Come on now.
All right,
Extreme
there's
gore.
Batman
No.
There's
Begins.
a better answer.
Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises.
Think animated.
Batman.
This is a tough one, but it's
Is
legit.
it okay? Hold on. It was an animated movie, and it was a Batman animated movie.
But a popular one. You could rent it. You could still get
So
it.
Mask of the Phantasm or Sub-Zero.
Mask of the Phantasmagoria.
Correct.
He gave me the.
Oh yeah, nobody's getting points on that
one.
one. But you can correct yourselves. 'cause that was
I've
good.
never seen Phantasmagoria, or
give it to
don't
you.
know what that is.
Look,
Amazing.
Batman: Mask of the Phantasmagoria. That game's fucked up. Yeah, I've only watched highlights of it.
I
I've
pulled
never
that
actually played
title
it.
straight out of my ass. I
That was
have no
good.
idea what that
Yeah.
game is.
I saw it come out. It was
the title
weird.
was just somewhere in the back of my brain, just
like Gore we were talking about.
hibernating.
Oh, okay.
I got a couple more.
Yep.
Kenny,
Yeah.
not all is as it.
That is it.
Not all is as it seems, whether it be a cute after-school dating sim or a tropical island resort getaway. Either way, it's a deadly membership.
Doki Doki Literature Club Dread.
Correct.
Amazing.
I see Ryan lost in the clouds. There's some of these
Can
that I'm
you
very
repeat
glad.
the first word of that?
Ryan, this is, in my opinion, the hardest one I've ever wrote in this game ever.
Okay.
But I stuck with it anyways.
Let's do it.
Because I love both of these things.
All right, let's
I
do
liked
it.
one of them, love the other.
Let's do it.
Factorio.
The connection between no, but could be
But no.
the connection, but no. The connection between these two and music cannot be denied. The former, a sick and twisted version of a Jefferson Airplane hit. The latter, well, Arlo Guthrie.
So I know some Jefferson Airplane songs, at least one. But this is your question. You got anything here?
Oh, no. That's all you, Kenny. You're the one who
So,
knows this stuff. I don't.
Jefferson Airplane does If You Want Somebody to Love.
They do?
They also do White Rabbit.
Which was that?
Free Your Head.
What's
No,
that song
that's
about?
called Feed Your Head.
What's that
Feed
song
Your Head.
about?
That's right. It's about
That's
Alice
the
in
name of
Wonderland.
the song, though.
It's about Alice in Wonderland tripping on mushrooms thingies.
So it's Alice in
um,
Alice in Chains in Wonderland.
Alice in Chains. We're not doing pins.
That was a terribly great guess. I'm really proud of
Go
you.
ahead and read it one more time. We'll see if we can
The
get
connection
anything.
between these two and music cannot be denied. The former, a sick and twisted version of a Jefferson Airplane hit. The latter, well, Arlo Guthrie.
Okay. So the Sick and Twisted is McGee's, American McGee's Alice in Wonderland.
I have no idea what that is, but I
It's
believe
fucking
you.
dope, is what it is.
It's
It's not. It's just American McGee's Alice.
Alice. Oh, Alice. Right. Oh, I do remember
right.
that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the fucking twisted Alice in Wonderland.
And then,
game.
okay, so we got...
It's fucking awesome, actually.
That's a
It's
game
really
or a
good.
movie?
It's a game.
It's a game. So
Yeah.
everything else I forgot about the movie, except for
Okay,
music.
the last thing is, well, Arlo Guthrie.
I don't know. I don't
you
know.
know it or you don't.
Arlo Guthrie sings...
I can give you more hints.
he has
if you
that
like.
breakfast... Wait.
Oh boy, you're on it. You're there, but you're not there.
Alice's Restaurant. Alice's Restaurant is the song he does. But we're
Right.
trying to get a movie. Maybe it was a movie and a song.
So
Okay, we got it. What was the name of the fucking game again?
well, the game is just called It's American McGee's Alice.
American McGee's Alice's Restaurant.
Correct. Correct and well earned.
Shared point on
Gentlemen,
that one.
Amazing.
I'll share a point on that. And Kenny, you got 6 in the game. Ryan, you got 7. Ryan, you are the winner of Spooky Smash Up.
I did it, guys.
Yeah, you did do it. You did it fair and square, too.
That was really good.
You won that game.
Oh my god.
I'm proud of you.
You know what's so wild is when he does like these obscure games that or even movies that you should not recall at all, and then something in your head triggers.
That's what I love about it, man.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like I have not thought about American McGee's Alice since I was like,
And I have-
yeah, me either.
And I have barely ever thought about Phantasmagoria. It's just a title I've seen somewhere
Yeah.
and kind of maybe knew it was controversial. That's about all I knew.
Okay,
yeah.
fuck
Mask
up.
of the
Pretty cool.
Phantasm, which is a sick ass.
Actually, pretty good
that's a
movie.
really good
Yeah,
movie.
if you like Batman, it's worth
Fantastic
going.
game.
So American McGee's Alice is
Fucking good.
Is nuts.
Yeah.
The plot basically is that it's the same idea that Alice goes to Wonderland, but the who Alice is affects what Wonderland is. So Alice was like in a foster home home that like caught fire and everybody in it died except for her, but she like barely escaped, and she had to like witness all the other people in there like burning alive and like had these horrible ideas in her head, and she turned into like a crazy person and then went down to the rabbit hole.
It's kind
and
of
it's insane.
It's kind of what Sucker Punch kind of was doing with their movie a little bit, where it's just like it goes into this fantasy realm, but it takes elements from the real world and put it in there, and that's kind of what this is. It's like her perception of what Wonderland is.
That's cool.
Based on her
I can only imagine how old I seem on this podcast, like whipping out Jefferson Airplane and Arnold Guthrie shit.
I mean,
and I'm not that old. I just kind of. I'm a little bit, but I'm just a musician.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why I know that old shit.
Alice's Race.
Yeah, that's the song.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, people know it, but I don't know the artist.
And then White Rabbit was in a very famous Fear and Loathing scene too, when he threw the radio in the bathtub.
Also in Sucker Punch.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you lying again?
No. One makes you smaller.
This has been the Leetist Podcast, where we play games about games.
We have been the Leetist Podcast. You guys are all right. I appreciate you playing these games with me.
Yeah, if you
my head.
Come up with your own games, guys. Send us your own game ideas. TheLeetistPod@gmail.com, at TheLeetist on Twitter. You can send stuff there. Comments, questions, game ideas, debate topics, anything you want to hear. We'll get back to the slap a debate pretty soon, probably. We haven't done one in a while.
Now we have to find something to debate about.
Yeah, we're overdue.
Yeah. We agree way too much about everything.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
We can have you guys debate the answers to some of my questions.
Is Civ a third-person game? So I want to hear that one.
Ooh.
I don't think I'm going to win that.
That'd be hard to argue.
I need Sam here for that, so we can at least have someone to back me.
Well, happy Halloween, everybody, and thanks for
Happy
joining
Halloween.
us. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week on The Leetist.
Goodbye.
Love.